Welcome to Ashtabula County here at Jefferson Fair. I'm joined by Bob Roberts again and Steve-O on the camera doing all our IT stuff. And Bob, it's a great afternoon, but we did not wake up in Bad Axe, Michigan.
You're starting already with the Bad Axe, huh?
Yeah, we had to get one Bad Axe.
Steve spent the whole night watching Bad Axe races last night. Could you bet online, Steve, or no?
No, they're replays.
Just
That's how sick I am.
the replay story. He don't get there, right?
Yes. What are you guys rooting for? He didn't win.
Well, what a beautiful day here in Ashtabula County.
It's picture perfect. There's a breeze. Sun's out, but not, it's hidden behind some clouds, so it's just a overcast kind of day, not too hot. Perfect day. The track looks like it's in great shape.
Now, let's see if you remember this. There's been a major improvement in this grandstand since last year.
Is it because the seats are painted?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. You remember last year they're all peeled and chippy and reddish something, right? How about that?
I said to the photo finish guy how great the grandstand is here. It's the roof is very low, so not a lot of sun gets in here. It keeps it cool.
Right. It's great. It's great to be here. By the way, more geography and useless information for people. This is the largest land-wise county in Ohio, Ashtabula County. I don't know the acreage total, but it's the largest county. And I live in the next county over, which is Lake County, the smallest county in Ohio.
Lake County being Paynesville?
Lake County being Paynesville.
Which used to hold real parimutuel harness racing.
The Paynesville meet. You got it. That's exactly right.
We got the backup Northfield Park starting gate rolling today.
All right. And we have a real, if you beat the one horse in the first race, you should be able to take the grandstand home with you. Because he's 1-9 and he's won 4 or 5 career starts.
The only loss coming at the big track at Northfield.
There you go. We're talking about Jasmine's Diamond.
And she's owned by Sue Stockwell.
Oh my goodness, that's right.
Try to get a win at her own fair. Sue does a lot of coordinating with all the events here at Ashtabula.
I'm thinking of doing a story on her because the more I see her horses, they're all bargain buys and they all make big bucks.
$5,500 for this girl.
I know. She's already at 13-7 with 5 starts. So yeah, I don't who. I'm curious. Is she doing the picking herself, or does she have a bloodline expert, bloodstock research guy? I don't know, but she's interesting. We have to check that out.
Cheapest horse in the race. Biggest bargain you could get in this field.
There you go. There you go. So what fair is this, Kenny? We have to look at the book. See where we are here. Jefferson is 33rd fair.
Okay.
Of 67.
Okay, so when you were talking about fairs yesterday, we had 67 fairs. That's 67 total fairs, not race days.
No, total fairs.
Okay.
This will be the 60th card of the year.
Gotcha.
60th card of the year. And we ended last night, let's see, Bria, we went through races 726. There were 15 at Urbana last night at 741. And now we're going to have card 60. What do we got, 10 today?
10 today.
So when we get done, we'll be at 751.
700.
Winners. There was one dead heat so far this year. So it's one less race, but.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right.
One dead heat for a win, huh?
Yeah, I can't remember what fair it was, but yeah, a dead heat for win. I'll tell you where it was. What the heck? We got
So
time.
750 races.
Don't confuse me, Kenny. Let's see. Dead heat at Eaton. And there's also been 3 no contests this year.
Did you count those as part of the races?
No. Wellston, Xenia, and Chillicothe had a no contest. Hey, the mutual guy told me a story.
Somehow I've avoided all those no contests. Let's keep that streak going.
There was a race, did he say it was Preble County, where field of 4 scratched down to 2.
Okay.
And it ended up a father and daughter racing against each other. And he may have eased up. Dead heat.
That was the race that ended in the dead heat, was the father-daughter?
Yes.
And we give these drivers, we give them a lot of credit, but I don't know if anyone's that talented to get them with dead heat on the line.
I think he either wanted to beat around the wire or get beat on the wire. I don't think he was pulling for a dead heat. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
He definitely wanted to win by a nose, and
But the mutual, I says, well, that's good. You get the breakage on both win tickets. He goes, no. When it's a dead heat and there's only 2 horses, we lose money. Right. I don't know if people understand what the word breakage means. When you cash a ticket in Ohio, the horse will pay $7, $7.20, $7.40, $7.60, $7.80, or up to $8. But when they divide the money in the pool by the winning tickets, instead of the horse paid $7.40, it may have been $7.59.
Correct.
And they're so benevolent that they round it down, not up.
Yeah, that's the one good thing in for horse players that play Kentucky, play Oak Grove, Red Mile, is you get penny breakage. So
Right.
if it pays $7.59, guess what? You're collecting $7.59 at the window, which doesn't sound like a big deal, if you're only making a $2 win bet. But think about people that make $20 win bets. That 19 cents is an extra $1.90.
Let me tell you what a big deal it is. In the glory days of raceway racing in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, between lost tickets and breakage, Northfield and Thistledown were looking at an extra, and I'm not kidding, $1 million a year.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
$1 million a year.
People that accidentally throw out tickets or disqualifications, and you get the horse bumped up, and that's a common thing at a lot of these tracks.
And there was a guy who he didn't own the track because it was a fairgrounds, Lebanon. Corwin Nixon was the minority speaker of the House in the legislature. He got the bill passed that lost tickets the book is never closed on lost tickets. Which means
So that's the
find it in your
caller
pocket
post
from
for
10
the
years
first
ago,
race.
they'll cash
Race
it.
1 in memory of Bill Bell.
But nobody.
Home Talent Colt Stakes,
Cash.
2-year-old
Right.
filly trotters. A purse of $4,989. Win place, exacta, trifecta, daily double wagering. In the first race, we have Miles Woolham on 2, Tyler Angus on the 4. Here's the field. 1 is Jasmine's Diamond. Justin Irvin is in the bike. 2, Good Miss Gracious. Make the driver Miles Woolham. Miles Woolham is driving the 2. 3 is 7 Lick Image and Jason Thompson. Completing the field is the 4 Muscle Money. Driver change Tyler Angus in the sulky. That's the field for the first race. Miles Woolham on 2, Tyler Angus on 4. Second race, second half of the double. Braden Rhodes on 3, Tyler Angus on 4.
Well, there's our field for the opener. Sue Stockwell owns, Gary Martin trains, and Justin Irvine doing the driving of the 1 Jasmine's at Diamond, who, as we touched about, 4 for 5, $13,000, and a mark of 2:07 and 4 at Paynesville. Fastest clocking, though, 2 minutes 4/5 at Northfield, finishing second on Summit County Fair Night.
The 2 is Good Miss Gracious. Driver change, Sugoff, Miles Woolham on. Good Miss Gracious sold for $24,000 as a yearling, 2-year-old filly. Still looking for that first win, and in the meantime has put $769 on her card.
3-7 Lick Image, Jason Thompson for Scott Cox, Wayne Mass Jr. and Callum Racing team up 1 for 5. So the only other horse in the field that's crossed the wire first, that was at Bucyrus. Wire to wire there in 2:04 and 2. Raced in Buckeye Stallion events, finished 7th, or 8th place 7th, should say, at Northfield, and then came back and was 4th on Summit County Fair Night. So this one's been doing okay, just has the 1 win, but it's made $3,500.
And the 4 is Muscle Money. Scotty Reed trainer. Tyler Angus pinch hitting for Jason Thompson, who's on the 3. 4 starts, 4 breaks. So some learning to be done here. Cortland, Carrollton, Paynesville and Lisbon. 4 breaks, 0 for 4. But $2,920 because it got back on stride to finish 3rd twice.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive. To
That's
break
very-
4 times, still have a couple of grand on your ticket.
They have lucky loser here today, and Ayers said that the goal is not to be in that contest, but if you are.
Being lifelong horse bettors, we know that there's a long line there.
Yes, there is.
It's just the way it is.
I'll tell you, how about the fair? It is a 11:30, and every ride is just full speed already. The parking lot is packed. It's Wednesday. The parking lot is jam-packed.
I was surprised to see that parking lot that crowded.
Yeah.
Try to
Yeah, I'm
remember where I
like
parked.
15, 20 rows deep back there.
Yeah, I remembered. My marker is the porta potty
I'm right near you
at
then.
the quarter pole or whatever the heck. Yeah, right.
Well, the first is heading behind the gate. No surprise, Jasmine's Diamond taking all the backing of the Ashtabula crowd. And here's Ayers Ratliff with the call of the opener.
Degrees. The track is fast, and it's post time here at the Ashtabula County Fair. This one in memory of Bill Bell. 2-year-old filly trotters, a purse $4,989. Ready to kick off the opener. Here they come. They're off into trotting, except for the 3-7 Lick Image, who's off stride as they leave away, and Jasmine's Diamond goes out there, and Jasmine's Diamond starts to gleam on the lead. It's a Muscle Money who's there in second. Goodness Gracious is there in third, and 7 Lick Image is the trailer. So they circle the turn, and they head on up the backstretch where Jasmine's Diamond, she was a winner at Lisbon, a winner at Mansfield, going to try to trot them off 3 in a row here today. In there to be second, Muscle Money. Looking them over from third is Goodness Gracious, and 7 Lick Image, she's caught the others. She's fourth and last. As they go by the opening quarter,
35.
and out there with the lead, it's Jasmine's Diamond, 35-4. Around the turn they go, in there to be second, Muscle Money. It's a Goodness Gracious who's there in third. Over there fourth, 7 Lick Image. They straighten away and move down here to the halfway mile mark of the race, and Justin Irvin, he's got Jasmine's Diamond out there showing her heels to the field. In there to be second is Muscle Money. Right there is Goodness Gracious. 7 Lick Image is right there fourth. They're all nose to helmet. They're in single file as they now trot on into the turn. Jasmine's Diamond gets them there in 108-3. In and around the turn they go. In there to be second is still a Muscle Money to the outside, Goodness Gracious, and off stride again, 7 Lick Image, as they now trot up the backstretch and press onto 3/4, and Justin Irvin has now let it out a notch with Jasmine's Diamond. The Diamond's out there by 2.5 lengths. Goodness Gracious is on the outside second. In their third, Muscle Money, and the trailer is still 7 Lick Image, 145-2. They'll trot the turn, they'll head for home. Jasmine's Diamond on the outside, Goodness Gracious comes to call for Miles Woolham as they come to the top of the stretch. Jasmine's Diamond, Goodness Gracious at 30-1, trying to score the upset. Jasmine's Diamond on the inside, Goodness Gracious on the outside. Jasmine's Diamond, too much filly. Jasmine's Diamond, 3 in a row. Goodness Gracious second, Muscle Money is third. Time of the mile, 2:16.
Well, I'm not sure if we'll be breaking any land speed records here, but Jasmine's Diamond, if you had to handicap that race before, would you have thought that 3 of the 4 were going to mind their manners and the 1 was actually going to get collared at the top of the stretch?
No. What was that opening quarter?
35-4.
She did have a 36-3 at Lisbon.
She was flying today.
Nobody was in a hurry to get home in 2:16, but you know what? They're going to pay out that $4,989 if they were slow as me and you coming up the steps of the grandstand.
Time does not matter.
Only in prison. Right.
Yeah.
Only in prison it matters. That's the only place it matters. But she got a little thrill there, right?
You did get a little thrill, and even Ayers slipped it in 30-1 on the runner up there, Goodness Gracious, who she was able to stay flat the first time she's done that in a race. She stayed flat in her qualifier, and then she put together a nice second place effort.
Muscle Money stay flat all the way?
Muscle Money made it the whole mile.
All right.
If there was betting on that, she might have been 1-9 on the break because she was a perfect 4 for 4, but she stayed flat. So she learned a little bit there.
Justin Irvin, Gary Martin,
and Sue Stockwell.
And Sue's, that's right.
Sue was so confident on her horse here. She was pulling all the blankets and stuff. She wasn't even watching the race.
Did
Just
she
turned
wrap the
around.
blanket around herself?
She started wrapping it early.
Is that her in the green T-shirt?
That is Sue in the green right there.
All right.
Back in front of the stands after winning her first race, the one Jasmine's Diamond. Jasmine's Diamond, this is her 5th win in just 6 lifetime starts. A 2-year-old bay filly by Muscle Diamond at a Jasmine Volo by Muscle Mass. Owned by Sue Stockwell. She's our speed superintendent here, one of the hardest workers in harness racing here. Gary Martin is the trainer. Justin Irvin gets the job done, 2:16.
2:16 on the winner, but that's Justin won what, 2 yesterday? So there's another one.
Yeah, I went home and updated my standings, and that would be his 28th winner of the year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's 7th in the standings.
7th, but 28.
By the way, Hank Levan had 1 last night. I think it's 1, maybe 2. So it's Drew Neal 55, Hank Levan 52, Jeff Nysonger 50.
There's the top 3. Neil, Levan, Nysonger, Justin climbing his way after winning the first.
Yeah.
After these messages, we're going to be back with race 2.
Midland Acres is proud to stand the prominent stallions, TCI, Long Tom, Ready for Money, Monty Mickey, Summa Cum Laude, and Bit of a Legend. With such great pedigree and speed in the stallion barn, Midland Acres will provide a diverse group of top yearlings in the sale ring for 2025. Visit us this fall at our consignments at the Blooded Horse Sale on August 26th, the Ohio Select Jug Sale on September 12th, and the Lexington Select Sale on September 29th through October 3rd. Let Midland Acres' experience in the industry lead you to the winner's circle.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Sign up for text messaging and receive $10 off your order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661. Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead Sire of 2024 Ohio Horse of the Year Sugar Instead. Also standing at Dublin Valley Farms, Slay, a promising young son of Chapter 7 and Coach K Hanover by world record holder Walner. Looking for your next winner? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients are offering an exciting lineup of yearlings with current and fashionable pedigrees. Available at public auctions this year. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio.
Welcome back here to the Ashtabula County Fair, Jefferson. 1 down, and we were just talking off camera that we get to the 10th today, and we get to say 10th and final on our day 1 action. We have 12 tomorrow, so 22 total here, but just 10 today, 12 tomorrow.
Kenny and Steve will be going for their second milkshake after the 10th.
Yes. If you come to Ashtabula, the dairy, what is it? Is it the dairy stand? Steve-O would know.
Yeah, it's the 4-H club.
The 4-H club here, fantastic
Yes.
milkshakes, great price. You can't get a milkshake at McDonald's cheaper than this one.
How much is it?
$3.
Wow. By the way, if you're scoring at home, we missed the track record for the trot by 15 seconds.
It's 2:01.
Yes.
I don't know how they could get to 2:01 after that first race. So.
And on the pace, it's 1:56. And that was Bittersweet Symphony in 2022.
So it was recent.
Yeah, right. Moving along.
Who was the trotter?
The trotter was, Be in Charge, B-E-E. Kurt Sugg for trainer Edward Miller. And Bittersweet Symphony was trainer driver Chris Hirschberger.
Chris Hirschberger.
Oh, there you
Found
are.
out yesterday those guys stabled over at Canton. Chris Hirschberger,
Oh.
Charlie Myrick, Darren Harvey, and Isaiah Shrake.
Wow, good. I wonder if anybody's stable. No, she's.
I don't believe they're
They don't use
stable
it?
here anymore.
Okay.
But yes, Sue was stabled here at one point. I want to say last year she told me she had to turn over all the mats because they were cleaning them out and they were only going to have horses here when they have the fair.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we got to talk to her, either on the air or in print. She's interesting.
this fair, so we don't have the greatest view here. The heirs and the judges, obviously, they're up in the press box kind of area. They got a much better overlook. They're about, I don't know, let's say 10, 12 feet higher than us.
Yeah, we're blocked in turn for home by campers.
Yes.
Have us pretty much blocked.
Campers, we got that grandstand, which they use, I'm assuming, for truck pulls or demolition derbies.
Right.
In the middle. And then there's actually some horse trailers in the infield where the guys are, looks like some of the people are working out of that.
Steve, what's the fair where you have to go on top of the grandstand and shoot the backstretch because the huge grandstand blocks everything?
That's Bowling Green.
Bowling Green. Were you up on top of that grandstand with a camera?
One of the days.
Okay. That's because you can't see anything.
No, it covers the whole backstretch.
Yeah, it's huge, that grandstand.
They have a grandstand on the infield?
Yeah, and they have to have a camera guy on top of the grandstand to shoot the horses when they're on the backstretch. Otherwise, you wouldn't see anything. Get a little windy up there?
Oh, yeah, I quickly learned bring an umbrella or you get fried.
Luckily, I'm pretty sure all the fairs that I have to go to this summer, I'm pretty sure I avoided all the well, I don't know about Napoleon. I'll have to I'll have to call Matt and ask him how it's like out there because that's a hike. I'll need a good music playlist for that one. That's a 2.5 hour drive.
Well, for those who want to have a chocolate milkshake with you, what is your fare schedule so they can meet you?
This is, you know what? I'm proud of myself. This is the first fair food I've purchased, and this isn't even technically food. So, we're keeping that streak going.
Well, the concessionaires aren't proud of you if you've been
I know.
skin-flinting it. Right.
Jefferson tomorrow, Napoleon next Tuesday, and then nothing until the week after. Week after that, I think, is Worcester on a Wednesday, and then going to Richwood for a doubleheader on Tuesday.
Oh boy.
I announce at Canton Wednesday, Thursday, and then go to Burton Friday, all in the same week. So it's a doubleheader, Canton, and then Burton on the end. And then I have one at Dover.
Burton's
and then
Labor Day weekend?
Yeah, Labor Day weekend. So you'll not catch me at the track.
We get Bianconi at
Well,
Burton, too.
guess what,
And
Kenny?
that's right. Bianconi is the announcer at Burton.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, guess where I'll be when you're at Burton? Where
At the Hopeful Stakes.
Where you would? That's exactly right. In the Jockey Club Gold Cup.
Here's the field for the second.
Here are the horses for race 2. Sponsored by Easton's Culligan. Home Talent Colt Stakes 2-year-old filly trotters, $4,989 won. It's Not Easy, Jason Thompson. 2 Money Out the Window, Justin Irvin aboard. 3 Flowers Got Kick, Make the Driver, Braden Rhodes. And the 4 She's In, driver Tyler Angus in the sulky. That's the field for the second race. Braden Rhodes on 3, Tyler Angus on 4, win place, exacta, trifecta wagering.
Field of 4, race 2. 1, It's Not Easy, Jason Thompson drives for Scott Cox and Terry Mount Pleasant. 2 for 5, the only one in the field that's crossed the wire first, has a win at Mount Vernon and a win at Cortland at first asking.
The 2 is Money Out the Window, cleverly named. This one sold for $23,000. So far, 0 for 5. Mostly fair starts. There was one. Well, that is a fair start at Northfield. They kind of trick you there when you see that in the middle of the PPs. But second last time at Mansfield, so getting closer.
3 Flowers Got Kicked, nothing to go off of here. They are adding trotting hobbles to both the 3 and the 4. She's a $20,000 Ohio Select purchase, 2-year-old daughter of creatine for Corey Darman. Corey Darman known for going out and buying a lot of babies. We'll see what this one has at first asking.
And rounding out the field is the 4, She's In. This is Tyler Angus was the driver to be named, and that's who they named. Trainer Miles Woolham. This one sold for $41,000. Qualified at Northfield. and has had 2 subsequent starts. These are raceway starts. One at Scioto, 8th, beaten 20, and then at Northfield, 7th, beaten 34. So we got a little work to do here to get that money back.
They're adding trotting hobbles though, so I feel like this would be maybe the horse I would try and play at 11-1 because just on the simple fact that they thought she was good enough to race in the Buckeye Stallion twice. She broke in both of them, so let's throw trotting hobbles on and see if she can stay flat.
Right.
First race was 2:16. That was for 2-year-old filly trotters. Does race 2 go faster or slower over under 2:16?
This is the same bunch, right?
Same group of horses.
Yeah. I say faster.
He's going to take, so you would take over. I'll take under.
Under. I'm taking
under
the
2:16.
All right.
For a milkshake?
For a milkshake. Under
Look
2:16.
at this. We got a dog in the grandstand.
Yeah. What do you think they're going to go?
I probably would vote faster too because I think the last race the favorite got to the front and just kind of loped along.
Cruised,
so.
right.
Well, we're going to find out here momentarily. Ayers Ratliff has the call. They're in behind the Mike Taborowski starting car. Well, we didn't make it very far. Equipment adjustment on the 2, money out the window.
It's coming our way. There you go.
Justin Irvine trying to sweep the early double for Gary Martin. So Gary Martin, Justin Irvine try to sweep both
That's right.
halves of our double.
But it's not a Sue Stockwell. It's Martin himself, Jefferson, Kleinberg, Madison, New Jersey, and Tridente of Ashtabula.
Now, this is a geography question. Why isn't Jefferson and Ashtabula the same place?
No. Ashtabula would be the city of Ashtabula in Ashtabula County. Jefferson, city in Ashtabula County. I have a son-in-law whose uncle lives in Jefferson, and he swears by, this is a free plug, if you're here and you want pizza later, go to Colucci's.
Colucci's? Now, that's an Italian name, so it sounds like it would have good pizza.
And we, Steve-O and us and me, we sampled it last year after the second day. We thought we were going to sit down and eat it, but it's get the pizza and get lost. There's no place to eat in a restaurant. But it's good.
Field for race 2 behind the gate. Equipment has been adjusted. Here's Ayers Ratliff.
Field of 4 2-year-old filly trotters make their way to the top of the stretch. Purse $4,989, ready for race 2, and here they come. They're off into trotting. Flowers Got Kick has just wilted and went off stride as they move on into the first turn. It's not easy as just went off stride. 2-year-old filly trotters, they do run. They do run as they start on into the back stretch. Money out the window is now inherited the lead. In there to be second, she's in. An early third for Flowers Got Kick, and back down trotting, it's not easy. She's 4th and last. As they go to the opening quarter here and out there with the lead, it's not easy by 3. In there to be second, she's in, 35 and 1. On into the turn they go. It's money out the window. Money out the window shows them out there by 3. She's in is there in second. Flowers Got Kick, and it's not easy. That's the trailer. They'll straighten away and move down here to the halfway mile mark of the race. And Justin Irvin, he's out and about the 3 path, but he's leading the way with money out the window. In their second, she's in. An early third for Flowers Got Kick, and it's not easy. Has caught the others, but still has 6 lengths to get to the leader. The leader is money out the window, 1:10 the halftime. In and around the payoff half they go, and with the lead, Money out the window, and Justin Irvin out there by 2.5 lengths. She's In is there in second. Flowers got Kick in third, and It's Not Easy. He'll try to rev it up from the back as they ramble up the backside and press on to 3/4. Money out the window, looking for career win number 1, leads them out there by 3. She's in second. It's Not Easy. He'll try to roll on from third. In there to be fourth is Flowers Got Kick as they move by 3/4 in 1:45. Around the final turn, Money out the window. On the outside second, She's In. Third at the rail, It's Not Easy. They're at the top of the stretch. They're on their way home. And with the lead, Money out the window. Inside, It's Not Easy. Outside, She's In. 3 of them in with a shot as they come to the wire. Money out the window. She's In on the outside. Photo for win. Very tight, thrilling finish in race number 2.
Whoa.
Time of the mile, 2:14.
Thriller in race 2. We'll have to go to the placing judge for that one.
Yeah. You calling outside?
I do, if I had to pick, I do think it's the 4 with a late surge, but 4, yep. I heard the placing judges yell it over to the judges.
Well, we talked about trying to get some money back on that $41,000 auction buy. How about that?
Put the trotting cobbles on. It worked for Miles.
You called
Bowman.
it. Yeah. Yeah.
You got to have reasons to pick against favorites, right?
And you just beat a 6-5 shot with 3-1.
Well, you know what? I can't see the odds because I picked an obstructed view seat again today.
Again. Right.
Even though you warned me, I thought I was over far enough.
Unfortunately, you've caused the obstructed view because it's behind this gigantic chocolate milkshake container that you're eating from.
This one's gone, but we'll see if a second one makes its way
gone
over
already?
here. Yeah.
And a new lifetime mark on the chocolate shake. What was that, like 4.5 minutes?
That was crushed. Tyler
that's
Angus
good.
picks up the victory. 2-year-old daughter of In Range, and she is on her way back to the winner's circle.
Robert Klein
Back
of
here in front of the
Millersburg,
stands after
Ohio.
winning race number 2, it's the 4, She's In. She came in that final stride in race 2, a 2-year-old bay filly by In Range. At a She's a Knew It by SJ's Caviar, owned by Robert Klein, trained by Miles Woolham. Tyler Angus is the winning driver. Time of the mile, 2:14. This one sponsored by Easton's Culligan. Would also like to point out, Alyssa Long is down there congratulating our winners here today.
I could have had $13 on the place payoff there, Bob.
Look at that.
$8.80 winner.
Your exacta is, oh my goodness, the exacta is only $460. The daily double's $27.80. $8.80 and $13.40 to place. It's crazy payoffs we've seen last couple of days.
Yes,
Yesterday we had 9-5 over 2-1, and the exacta was
the very first race. 9-5 over 2-1, which normally would pay like $11, paid $67.80.
See, folks, what you're missing?
That's right. Join us. We'll be back
That's
after these
right.
messages. Race 3.
History, tradition. For over 100 years, 2- and 3-year-old trotters and pacers have started their careers on the tracks of the Home Talent Colt Stakes. See the future stars of Ohio harness racing at one of the Home Talent's 15 tracks. The stars of tomorrow are racing at a track near you today. The Home Talent Colt Stakes. You can't win them if you aren't in them.
Make summer memories this year at the Ohio County Fairs. The Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association will be live streaming every race this year, and we want you to be there. Be a part of the excitement with the 2025 Ohio County Fair Racing Passport. Stop by the OHHA broadcast location in the grandstand to pick up your passport and stamp. Get stamps at every fair you attend. Prizes will be awarded to those that attend the most racing programs. Get your passport at the first fair you attend or call the OHHA office at 614-221-3650. Harness Racing, the fastest ride at the fair. September, the thrill returns to Delaware, Ohio. It's the Little Brown Jug. World-class harness racing, heart-pounding action, and unforgettable fun. Join the tradition. Feel the roar. Be a part of history. We have several hospitality and ticket options, including the new Jug Social Club. Please visit littlebrownjug.com or call 1-800-DEL-FAIR. The Little Brown Jug, where champions are crowned.
We're back here in Ashtabula, the Jefferson Fair. Up to race number 3, 2 down, 8 to go.
And if you missed it, we are getting faster. The first race on the trot, 2:16. The second division of 2-year-old filly trotters, 2:14.
2:14. So by the end of the day, we'll be down to 2:02, which is still not quite the track record here of 2:01.
2:01 on the Schnoz. Be in charge. Ed Miller, trainer. Kurt Sugg, driver, in the year 2020. But we're going to the pace now.
2:01 on the trotter.
You're back at Northfield or Thistle or both?
156 on the pace side. So we're up to race 3, field of 5. I do believe they start 5 across here, and I don't think we do have one race with a trailer, but Tyler Angus will do the driving of the 3 extra sweet, $25,000 purchase for Corey Darriman, 2-year-old down by the Seaside filly. Gary Martin, Sue Stockwell, they team up with the 5, Fear and Terror, a winner last out at Mansfield. And Danson Dowdy, 2, perfect 6 for 6 hitting the board. She's never missed the board. A win at Cortland by nearly 10 lengths, and then followed up with 2/3, 2 seconds. Clegg team sends out their first starter of the 2 days with I'm a Sissy 2 from the rail. And we're looking for a driver on the 4 Laughing 2, because as good as Justin Irvine is, he's not going to drive 2 in this race.
Or 3, since he was named on 3 of the 5.
That's right. We get one arm back. Now we need to get the other half of his leg to drive the one he wants to drive.
Oh, boy.
Which I'm guessing is going to be the 5, Fear and Terror, because he usually does all the driving for Gary Martin.
Right. Gary Martin could have been going for 3 in a row, but he was denied at the finish line.
Nailed on the money.
That's right.
I want to see that picture. I want to see how close it actually ended up. It's hard to tell from here.
Yeah.
Maybe
in the old days, before you were born, they would take the photo finish, and there was like a little glass, I don't know, not a cupboard, but a little glass opening, and they would put the picture there and lock it, and fans could come and see the photo finish. Now, with all the simulcasting, they put it on TV, and it's not a good idea because, and Steve would know, it just seems to bleed. Maybe high definition has made it better, but you'd have it in your hand, and you go, well, you can clearly see the 2 beat the 4, but when you put it on a TV screen without high def, it looks like a dead heat. People were getting angry.
Sometimes it's close, so the horse's nose gets a little fuzzy. I think Northfields are pretty good because the HD is so good, but
that's changed the game. But
except when it's foggy, the pictures come out kind of funny looking because of the fog
and I wonder if nighttime makes it harder too.
That I don't. Does nighttime make it harder to do photo finish?
No, day would make it worse.
Okay.
Nighttime has the light.
Yeah.
Not that probably anybody cares, but we'll tell it anyways, is when I'm trying to announce a race in the snow or in the fog, or even in the rain, you can see most of it, and then when they flick the light on for the photo finish, when they start to come down the stretch, it just whites everything out. You can't see.
Right. Steve, were you working the night they had one of the big races, and they ran it in an absolute blizzard?
Cleveland Trotting Classic, or Cleveland Pacing Club, one of the two, and Ayers was the announcer.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, total blizzard. Right.
I don't know how I've never gotten a chance to talk to Ayers about it, but I'm curious as if he
tried to call it.
Well, he did. It's on YouTube. He
completely faked it.
Definitely made it all up.
Yep, he told me that.
Oh yeah. He did you wouldn't know he was faking it because it was a good race call. One more laugh driven by, I'm not even gonna guess the driver because I'm wrong, but One More Laugh won that day. It was 2008 maybe.
What was it that far back? Oh jeez.
2010.
I know Tom Aldrich, the old GM, was proud that they made it through the night.
Oh, yeah, they weren't canceling.
That was his badge of honor to show that replay in a blizzard. Right. Oh, boy.
Come watch the replay with no action that you can see.
Right. Are we in a delay here? I'm trying to figure this out.
Well, we got some horses warming up. Got the main horses for this race.
Field of 5, we think. Early betting shows the 2-horse, 4 to 5. Dancin' Dottie.
She's never missed the board in 6 tries.
Look at that.
Can I book a show bet?
Yeah. There's only...
Ayer's doing his best to get the post parades together.
We appreciate him being the traffic cop. Right. Move this along. Because we're coming back tomorrow.
Coming back tomorrow. Steve-O and I are headed over to Northfield Park after this.
For nighttime racing? You guys don't mind if I don't show up.
Steve-O's leaving me hanging. Here's the field for the 3rd.
Here are the horses on the track for race 3, Home Talent Colt Stakes. This one's sponsored by Robert Weaver Trucking. Win, Play, Show, Exacta, Trifecta. 2-year-old filly Pace 1, I'm a Sissy 2 with Braden Rhodes. 2, Dancin' Dottie, Logan Ebersol. 3, Extra Sweet, Driver Change, Tyler Angus. 4 is Laughing 2, Driver Change, Jason Thompson. And the 5, Fear and Terror, Justin Irvin, in the sulky. That's the field for race number 3. Tyler Angus on 3, Jason Thompson 4, Win, Play, Show, Exacta,
1, I'm a Sissy 2,
wagering.
Kimber Clegg does
Here
the
in
owning.
3rd.
Betty Clegg trains, Braden Rhodes drives. A question on this horse, Bob, is what is in the program on the charted line? What is IM after the start? Is that supposed to be IX?
Impeded?
Impeded instead of interfere. Okay.
I don't know.
It's a new one for me. I'm a Sissy 2, 0 for 11 for the Clegg team, looking for her first win. She gets the rail.
2 is Dancin' Dottie. This is our 4 to 5 favorite. As Kenny told you, 6 starts, a check each time, a win, trio of seconds, and a pair of thirds. Last 2 times at Northfield, that was the Summit County Fair, and Mansfield, back-to-back runner-up finishes.
3 Extra Sweet, nothing to go off of, but she's a $25,000 down by the seaside filly. Tyler Angus will do the driving. Yeah, nothing to go off of. Corey Darman, first start out, no qualifiers. We'll see how she does at first asking.
The 4 is Laughing 2, Irvine off, Jason Thompson on for trainer Jim Graham. 3 starts, all at Northfield, and a 5th, a 6th, and another 5th is banked $1,400, so it's looking for a better payday today.
5 Fear and Terror, Justin Irvine for Gary Martin, Eric Adele, Sue Stockwell, B. Kleinberg Racing. Another one of those cheap purchases, just $7,000 for Gary Martin. She's already got $4,400 back with a win at Mansfield. Impressive too, 4.5 length score, and she was 3rd on Summit County Fair night, so she's taken the progression 6th, 3rd, 1st. Now she has to do it from the far outside here in this field of 5.
And Sue Stockwell has a piece of this one. Even though
See if
got
Sue,
4 or
does Sue
5
have the
owners.
blanket on already?
She's down to 2 to 1, I think.
Very interesting. I've never, in all my, you see something new every day at the racetrack. I mean, you can never go to the racetrack and not learn something. This is the first time I've ever seen IM in a program.
Yeah, we got to find out about that. We have to. Someone's got to tell us. Is there a chart caller out there who can text us? We need to know.
Michael Carter, who's watching instead of working in Northfield today, working for me, covering for me, he's here listening. Or not here, but listening to us, and he said impeded. So I guess it's just another, I guess the horse probably didn't break, so instead of using just the I for interference, they use impeded.
Yeah. Way to go, Michael Carter. That might be his new nickname. Impede. Not id. We're going to lay it on him. Impede. The impeder.
Carter's actually writing all the stories for the Milstein, for those that just tuning in. Carl Milstein Memorial Saturday night at Northfield. $300,000 on the line. We're giving away over $1 million Saturday night.
Sire Stakes and then
Sire Stakes, the Charna, the Aldrich, the Milstein, and regular overnight races.
That's a big night.
And there's a lot of star power, which we'll touch on after this third race. They're behind the Mark Tyborowski starting car. There's Ratliff.
Our horse. $6,720. Field of 5, 2-year-old filly Pacers. They swing through the stretch. Here they come. Fear off into pacing, and it's Fear and Terror firing off the gate, looking for the lead. Along the inside, Dancin' Dottie is there in second. I'm a Sissy 2 in third. Laughing 2 is fourth in the trailer. Well, that's extra sweet. As they move on into the backstretch, and with the lead, Fear and Terror. Off of a big win at Mansfield, leads them out there by 2. In their second, Dancin' Dottie. Pacing away third, I'm a Sissy 2. Next we have Laughing 2, and the trailer, well, is still extra sweet. Opening quarter in a hot 30 seconds. On into the turn they go, and the leader, Fear and Terror. In there was the second is still Dancin' Dottie. Gapped out in third, I'm a Sissy 2. A few more lengths back to Laughing 2. And extra sweet. Coming down here in front of the stands, Fear and Terror is the leader. Still in second, Dancin' Dottie getting a picture-perfect trip there. Moving to the outside now is Laughing 2 in third. Fourth at the rail, I'm a Sissy 2. As they went on by the half in 101. On into the turn they go. Fear and Terror is the boss. In their second, Dancin' Dottie on the outside, Laughing 2. I'm a Sissy 2 needs racing room with extra sweet. Up the backstretch to 3/4, and it's still Fear and Terror. Laughing 2 is picking them up and laying them down in second over their third, Dancin' Dottie. By 3/4, Fear and Terror in 132. They'll move around the final turn. Fear and Terror. Laughing 2 is still marching up on the outside. She now trails a half a length. They're at the top of the stretch. These two square off as they turn for home. It's Fear and Terror. Laughing 2 is on the outside. Fear and Terror inside. Laughing 2 outside. Fear and Terror. Laughing 2. Fear and Terror. Laughing 2 on the outside. Gets there in time. Time of the mile, 2:02, 3/5.
Well, another close finish. Justin chose the wrong horse there. He had, obviously he chose them short for Gary, but Jason Thompson doing the driving on the 4, winning by, I don't know, neck or so. All I know is we've had 3 great races, especially the last 2 photo finishes at the wire.
Are we seeing a track bias here? Is the outside better than the inside?
You want to be outside? You don't see that too often.
I
in track
know that.
biases. It's always, you want to be on the rail, you want to be on the rail.
I know
but,
that.
Yeah, outside closers.
We just saw Gary Martin and Justin Irvine get nailed back-to-back races. They could be sitting on a triple right now.
Horse racing, a game of inches. And while that race was going on, I did look it up. It's the 2010 Cleveland Pacing Classic, won by one more laugh. It literally was a whiteout.
Dashing through the snow.
So
what was
we're
the
on
date of that race?
15-year anniversary.
Is that in November? When was it?
It was December 2nd, I think.
Oh, jeez. Well, this horse made a huge move on the backside to get there, didn't
Yes,
it?
that horse was very strong there. The 4 Laughing 2, exiting Buckeye Stallion races, dropping down to the fair level, Home Talent Gold Stakes, and picked up the victory for trainer Jim Graham.
These are Buffalo people, I'm guessing. Hamburg, New York. That's where the football stadium is.
Yeah,
for
it's
the
out
Bills.
west.
And Geneseo, New York.
You're talking to a guy that lived in New York, but I don't even know how to pronounce that. Geneseo, probably?
I was looking for a C to say Genesco, but it's not. There's no C in it. Right.
Laughing 2 is a 2-year-old bay filly by Lather Up at a Lioness Hanover by some beach somewhere. On my James Graham, Timothy Warner, Lee Winters, Jim Graham is the trainer, Jason Thompson, the winning driver, 202 and 3. This one's sponsored by Robert Weaver Trucking. All right, what's our...
So the winner pays $12.40, and you're better off betting 2 to win than having the $2 exacta, because the exacta came back $9.20. So somebody leaned in on that combination.
Somebody liked the outside numbers.
Yeah.
We're 3 in the books. We only have 7 to go. We'll be back after these messages.
Who feeds your need for new ideas for your family's best farm future? Ohio Farm Bureau. We work with our members to shape ag policy that will positively impact our industry. Farm Bureau is advancing business solutions to give you a competitive advantage. We help you gather information to stay ahead of important topics and technologies. Plus, Ohio Farm Bureau creates opportunities for growth. Ohio Farm Bureau, feeding your need for new ideas.
In Ohio, Hickory Lane Farm has the stallions you are looking for, like What the Hill, Uncle Peter, and In Range, as well as Branded by Lindy, Jug Winner Luz Pearlman, Racing Hill, and Guardian Angel Oz. Hickory Lane will offer a host of Ohio sired yearlings this fall, including 6 by In Range, 5 by Uncle Peter, 4 by Guardian Angel Oz, and 1 by What the Hill. Find out more at hickorylanefarm.com.
The Ohio equine industry needs your help. I'm Scott Mogan, president of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. With over 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. That means jobs that pump millions of dollars into the local economy and support thousands of families. For Ohio's equine industry to remain strong, we need to send a clear message to our legislators about the important role that the agricultural small businesses play in Ohio's economy. To do that, we need your help. PACER, the Political Action Committee for Equine Racing, helps support and inform on issues that could positively affect Ohio harness racing. Please consider a donation to PACER. To donate, visit our website at ohha.com or call 614-221-3650. Your donation will help keep harness racing strong in Ohio. Thank you for your support.
We're back here in Ashtabula County, in Jefferson, Ohio. Was I saying that correctly? It's Ashtabula County, Jefferson, Ohio.
Jefferson, the city of Jefferson in the county of Ashtabula. You got it.
Ashtabula County, okay, city of Jefferson.
Yes. And this is it. The next, you're at the county line, because over the line you're in Pennsylvania.
I feel like I just drove this way. I came back from New York on Sunday afternoon and
I-90,
right through Erie and then through Ashtabula, and
then
now I'm back.
The 271 and south. Is that what you did?
I go through. So you go up through Cleveland, up basically into Cleveland, and then over through Erie.
Right.
Well, Ashtabula, Erie, and then right into New York.
Where do you live? Where are you at? You're not
now
here.
or in New York?
No, here.
Down by Cuyahoga Falls.
So when you take 90 to go south, you go south on 271, correct?
Yeah, I'm terrible with numbers.
Well,
I don't know road names. I don't know road.
Well, you can't be that terrible, otherwise you'd never get home.
Well, there's GPS.
Oh, God. Well, when you're on 90 and you go by the exit that says Mentor,
yeah,
that's me. So stop over. I'll make you a chocolate milkshake. $4.
We'll go to Game of Men. Can we go to Game of Men or bowling alley? Does that exist still? Game of Men.
I don't think so. Sounds like
they
Game
had
of
80
Thrones.
lanes. Yeah, that was the whole kind of
No.
pun on it. But they had 80 lanes when I was here 10 years ago.
What the heck? I got to find out where that is. Probably around the corner from my house.
I also bowled at, there was a place called Expo Lanes, and there was a bowling alley called Rosewood, I believe.
There was one called...
Or Roseland, one of the two.
That's in Cleveland.
That's the bowling alley then, Roseland.
Right.
Old school house, too, kind of. I think they had wood lanes when I was there, which most places are synthetic now, so.
You know, I covered bowling for the old Cleveland Press, and maybe you'll remember this. They kept raising the fire insurance on bowling alleys, so they start making the surface of the lanes harder and harder. So the ball was a hard time gripping the lane. And some bowler out of Kokomo, Indiana, was just eking out a living, had a friend who was a scientist, and he gave him a formula to soak his bowling ball in. And you could almost see your thumbprint after a good soaking. And he went on to win like 5 or 6 tournaments.
Before they figured it out?
His name was Don McEwen. And I wrote a story on that. Yeah.
Yeah, the hardness of a bowling ball matters. There's so many little things in bowling that like you wouldn't think matter, but the science of a bowling ball is very important.
They had to pass a new rule. Your ball had to be measured for each round.
They had to redo. They actually just changed that rule again, the hardness on the bowling balls, because the same thing. They had urethane balls that were too soft,
right?
And people everybody that won a PBA tournament was using that ball, so they ultimately determined and found out that it was too soft. So they raised the hardness of a bowling ball.
Today's racing brought to you by the Professional Bowlers Association.
They're on Fox Sports now. They have the money. They can share some. 4th race is coming up here. I'm not sure what's good. We don't have any horses on the track, but the 2 Cool Lady Rosa has been withdrawn, and the 6 Stone Creek Girl Braden Rhodes drives for the Cleggs. The Cleggs, both of their horses in here are the only ones that have crossed the wire first, and the 5 Juliet Capulet, by the way, love the name on the 5, is looking for a 3-race win streak after winning at Lisbon and Mansfield.
And who was Juliet Capulet?
Romeo and Juliet.
Thank you. My man
I am not that uneducated.
I'm a junior college dropout. What
Can't
you
read a map,
talking
though,
about?
can he, Bob?
Right.
By the way, speaking of Betty Clegg, she holds down the runner-up spot in the Trainers Derby. Hank Levan is still in front with 46. Betty has 39. She was winless or raceless yesterday. And Rosie Weaver is making a move on the runner-up spot. She's up to 36 wins. So,
is there an award at the end of the year, or just like a bragging rights?
I didn't go to the banquet. Did you? There's got to be a trophy or something.
I would assume there's something small.
There ought to be a bonus. They ought to throw them something, right? What the heck? Yeah. But it's close. Everything's pretty close, and we're, like you said, approaching the half-mile pole.
Right. We're still so many fairs to go. YouTube, Facebook, you can catch them all.
Yeah, don't miss this stuff. This is pretty enlightening. We learned that Kenny likes chocolate milkshakes, doesn't know how to get from I-90 to 271 without his phone telling him where to turn. Yeah. It's okay. This is an area where in the wintertime, I-90 gets closed every so often because of snow. Because this starts here and builds its way, Ashtabula builds its way to Buffalo, where the end of the world for snow, right?
Right.
You ever get caught in it?
No.
You're lucky. You don't want to.
Here are the horses for race 4, sponsored by Cherry Valley Meats, Win Play Show, Exacta Trifecta Wagering. Per $6,720, 2-year-old filly Pacers, 1 Michelle's Legend, Charlie Myrick. The 2 is scratched. 3 Song of World Peace, Logan Ebersol. 4 Marcy is a keeper, Elliot Deaton. 5 is Juliet Capulet with Nick Clegg. And the 6 Stone Creek Girl, driver change Braden Rhodes in the sulky. That's the field for the 4th race. Win Play Show, Exacta Trifecta Wagering, scratch 2, Braden Rhodes on 6.
There's our field for the 4th. 1, Michelle's Legend, Charlie Myrick, drives trains for Richard Stacy. 2-year-old bay field, a bit of a legend. 2nd place, most recently at Lisbon. She looks like she continues to get a little bit better. 5th, 4th, 2nd most recently. Now her 5th start out, just an $8,000 purchase.
Scratch the 2, Cool Lady Rosa, and go to the 3, Song of World Peace, Logan Ebersol in the sulky, Isaiah Shrake, the trainer. This one has been to the post 4 times. It's got a pair of 3rds, but it's been beaten off pretty badly. Right now on the tote board, it's 9-1, I believe.
4, Marcy is a keeper. Elliot Deaton drives for Ryan Deaton and Randy T. Young Stables, 2-year-old Summa Cum Laude filly. 2 3rd-place finishes at Carrollton and Mansfield. Does have a race at Northfield. Nowhere's 1, finished 7th there, clocked in 2:01.
The 5 is Juliet Capulet. This is the Shakespeare filly. Well spent $6,000 at the sale. 12 starts, 5 wins, 4 seconds, no 3rds. It's already banked nearly 24,000. And on the tote board, 2-5 off back-to-back wins at Lisbon and Mansfield.
And also from the Clegg team, starting from the second tier, is the 6 Stone Creek girl. Braden Rhodes will do the driving. 3 wins, 2 most recently in Mount Vernon and Bucyrus, and then has been 3rd and 2nd in her last 2. Has that second tier post, so she should get a pretty good trip in here. She'll follow Charlie from the inside.
Yeah, the Clegg's got double-barreled here.
They have a strong hand here, too. Both of these horses, like I said, the only ones that have won in this race.
They could be 1-2.
The Clegg Exacta.
So they put up 12,000 and have already got back almost 40. And these are 2-year-olds. Somebody knows where is the Buckeye sale at? Buckeye Classic sale? Where's that?
Ohio.
Yeah. Thank you. Somewhere on I-90.
Somewhere in the Buckeye State.
Thank you for that.
I would assume it's got to be. Is it near the? No, that's the jug sale. I was gonna say near Delaware. But
somebody will tell us.
Somebody will tell us that one. I don't know.
I don't either.
I know there's the Harrisburg sale. I know what the Lexington sale is. Lexington sale, by the way, is a great time because you got the Keeneland meet opens. It's opening weekend at Keeneland. You've got the Red Mile Grand Circuit, and then you have the sale at night during the week, and then on Friday night. So that is a fun weekend. And the food in Lexington is phenomenal. Have never had a chocolate shake in Lexington.
Well,
though.
You're overdue. There you have, they sell it at the racetrack. Oh my, bread pudding.
I was going to say, if you mentioned bread pudding, it's the greatest the greatest food you can get at Keeneland is the bread pudding, and it's right underneath the grandstand walking out to the track.
You got it.
Yes.
Do they sell it at the Red Mile? They should.
I don't know if they do, but it is phenomenal at Keeneland.
Well, they better add it.
Yeah.
It is. It's a killer.
Well, I'm going to go look for some bread pudding while this race is going on. They're in behind the gate. Here's Ayers Ratliff.
This one sponsored by Cherry Valley Meats. 2-year-old filly pacers, a field of 5, make their swing to the top of the stretch. Here they come. They're off into pacing, and Juliet Capulet just fired off the gate, crossing over with the lead, and already leads them by 3. Over there in second is Michelle's Legend. Stone Creek Girl is there in third. Over there to be fourth is Song of World Peace, and Marcy is a keeper. That one's the trailer. So they will now move into the back stretch. And out there with the lead, Juliet Capulet. Michelle's Legend is there in second. Stone Creek Girl, she tried to make a move, then she took back and went right where she started from. She's there in third. Song of World Peace is fourth, and the trailer, that's Marcy is a keeper. They went by the opening quarter in a very comfortable 34-1. So Juliet Capulet, she has tapped on the brakes here. She leads them by 2. Michelle's Legend is there in second. It's a Stone Creek Girl in third. Pacing in fourth is Song of World Peace, and Marcy is a keeper right there but trailing. They're in single file. They're all behind Nick Clegg, who says, "Follow me," and he's got Juliet Capulet on the lead. She was a winner at Lisbon, then a winner at Mansfield. She's going to try to win again at Jefferson. She's got him out there 1.5 lengths. To the outside now in second is a Stone Creek Girl. The half in 105.3. On into the turn they go. With the lead, Juliet Capulet. She loves me. She loves me not. She's out there by 1. On the outside, Stone Creek Girl in second. Also on the outside, Marcy is a keeper. Michelle's Legend is at the rail, and the trailer, Song of World Peace. As they continue on to 3/4, Juliet Capulet by a neck. On the outside, Stone Creek Girl in second as they go by 3/4 in 1:34 and around this final turn. Juliet Capulet on the inside, Stone Creek Girl on the outside. Stone Creek Girl shoves a nose on top. Juliet Capulet is trying to counterpunch at the rail. They turn into the stretch. Outside Stone Creek Girl, inside Juliet Capulet. These two are stride for stride as they come to the wire. Juliet Capulet fights back and Juliet Capulet will win. Stone Creek Girl finishing second. Marcy as a keeper was third. Time of the mile, 2:10.
It's a Clegg party. Nick Clegg, 1-2 there. Juliet Capulet, 3 in a row. Lisbon, Mansfield, and now Jefferson.
Well, if you wanted to beat the Cleggs today, you had to come 3 wide.
Yes. You know, one of my favorite things about listening to Ayers announce races is he always finds a way to slip in things.
Yes.
And he got a little Shakespeare in there in that race call. That made me laugh.
I've got one of those tear-off daily calendars, and it's every day it's Shakespeare.
Really?
Another expression from Shakespeare. It's really, I mean, that guy was unbelievable. My goodness. Yeah. You wanna learn something? Whew. 2-5 on the winner.
How about this $6,000 purchase, huh?
I know.
Now she's over 20. What is this? So this will push her right to $27,000 made.
I know.
In 13 starts, 6 for 13. 2-year-old Fear the Dragon, daughter of Lady Capulet.
I'm guessing this is her daughter that owns these horses?
Yes.
Kimber?
Speaking of the Cleggs, everyone's local favorite, Duncan, in Saturday night at Northfield in the Myron Charna President's Pace. Tim Tetrick driving.
That's worth to come out and watch. That's for
Such
sure.
a cool story. I believe he's an $8,000 purchase that's made.
Unbelievable. Here comes Betty.
An absolute score. I think he's over 700,000, Duncan.
Win number 40 for the year for Betty Clegg. If my numbers.
The big 4-0.
If my numbers are correct.
Here is Juliet Capulet back to the winner's circle.
He's in the last quarter in.
Julia Capulet by...
She's got some personality, huh?
Fear the Dragon out of an Always a Virgin mare, Lady Capulet.
Winner's circle after winning race number 4, sponsored by Cherry Valley Meats. The 5, Juliet Capulet, a 2-year-old bay filly by Fear the Dragon out of Lady Capulet by Always a Virgin. Owned by Kimber Clegg. Betty Clegg is the trainer. Nick Clegg, the winning driver. Time of the mile, 2:10.
2:10.
We're getting faster. Every race has gone faster than the last. 2:16, 2:14, 2:12, 2:10. We are 2 seconds faster every time.
How about her fastest race still is a qualifier at Northfield?
Well, she was clocked in 54 in the Sire Stakes back at Scioto a couple weeks ago.
Well, that's right. But you gotta, wow.
You gotta win to have it counted as your mark.
Exactly. And we found out where the sale is. We didn't tell everybody that we found out.
Springfield,
Ohio.
Not the Simpsons Springfield.
No. This was the Springfield that got famous because there were claims that dogs and cats were disappearing.
Yes, that is true. More about that when we're back after these messages.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
Cool Winds Farm is one of Ohio's premier standardbred breeding farms. Cool Winds stands the popular Dancin' Yankee, Jug winner Southwind Aussie, and the royally bred Western fame. Cool Winds Farm is proud to present our yearling consignments at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway on Friday, September 12th, and at the Standard Bred Horse Sale in Harrisburg during the cool winds of November.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
We are back here in Ashtabula County at the Jefferson Fair, where we've reached the halfway point. 4 down, 6 to go, so 5th race coming up will put us at halfway. 10 today, don't forget. We have the Attica Independent Fair going on as well, and then tonight we're going back to Urbana at 6. Well, we're not going back.
Third of 3 nights of racing.
Third of 3 nights. Tomorrow, we're back here for 12. Is there any more fair racing the rest of the week?
Well, let me
I'll make Bob pull out his Huff's guide.
Pull out my Huff's Fair guide. We can't let these people hang here. Come on. Of course, they already know. So tomorrow, Jefferson, Attica, and then what else we have? Friday, Croton, which is the Hartfield Fair. And that's it for just one fair on Friday.
So we got the triple header today, but just one on Friday. A lot of fair action. Always can catch us on Facebook, live streaming there, and live on YouTube as well.
But Croton's got the whole state to themselves. They race Friday at noon. They race Saturday at noon. No other fair. And then on Sunday you'll have action at Salina, which is Mercer County, and Zanesville, Muskegum County on Sunday. So it marches on and on and on.
Never stops. We go all the way to what was the last fair there?
Years ago I went to the first fair and I went to the last fair. I went to Circleville and then I finished up the year at Lancaster. Boy, you better say Lancaster because Chris Page
Lancaster.
Chris Page got mad at me because I said Lancaster.
He'll be at Northfield Saturday night. He can yell at me.
That will be October 8th and 9th at Lancaster in Fairfield County. Don't miss it.
So the Fairfield County Fair.
That's right. Fairfield County Fair in Lancaster. It's an old one. You ever been there?
No.
Pretty setting.
I've only been here for a couple of years. So I'm still working my way around the state.
Well, we'll get you a map.
I'm gonna need a big map to go to Napoleon.
I don't know where that is.
I'm pretty sure it's about half an hour from Fort Wayne, Indiana. That's how far I got to go.
And when is that one?
That is next Tuesday at 7 o'clock, I believe. I'm going to hang out with Matt for the night.
Henry County Fair at Napoleon. Tuesday,
what time they start?
Tuesday at 6. Wednesday. You doing both?
No. We race at Northfield Wednesday.
Okay. It says here in the Huff's Fair guy, that'll be announcer Bill Peters.
Bill Peters announcing.
That's what it says. Track record, 2 minutes and 3/5 on the trot, 156 and 4 on the pace. So, see what happens.
Our track records here are 201 and 156, and the fastest mile so far of the day is what, 210 we just had?
We just had Laughing 2 went in 202 and 3/5 the third race.
202 and 3/5.
Yeah.
I must have been going to get my chocolate shake.
Jason Thompson for trainer Jim Graham, race 3. Yeah. We're getting there.
The 4th race, her sister is scratched, but I always thought this was cool with the Clegg team. They have the 4 here, Bianca.
Yeah.
And in one of the races, she scratched later. The 7th race, Petra is her older sister. So I always thought that was cool.
That is cool. Yeah,
and when one of them win, you can always give them the Bianca wins.
You've been able to do that at Northfield? I guess so.
Well, Bianca's 0 for 11, so we haven't gotten it there.
No.
And I don't believe Petra has won at Northfield. I think all of her wins are fair wins. But I could be wrong.
Well, you mentioned it when we were off the air, but we're going to have a Golden Ager driving in this race. And you want to tell people about Francis Lawton?
Nearly 3/4 of a century. 74, Francis Lawton. Doing it all here with the 3 Charming Rosie. Just a $2,500 Buckeye Classic purchase.
He owns it, he trains it, and he's going to drive it. He's had 5 himself. He's had 5 drives this year. He's still looking to hit the board, which is interesting. He's 74, and Tyler Angus will be driving the 5, is 23. So there's a couple of extremes for you, huh?
Yeah, and then next race we also have Larry DeArmond at age 70. So a pair of 70-year-olds still doing it, still sitting behind horses, having fun. Fair time, fun time.
Better believe it. Let's get around safe and cash a check.
I hope I'm still alive in the 70s, let alone being able to be in athletic enough shape to drive a horse at 70.
Yeah, tell me. Well, I celebrated 77 years old a couple of months ago, so there's hope for you.
You're 77?
You didn't think I was? You thought I was older?
No, yeah, I thought you were 87. No, no,
Yes,
I honestly I thought you were mid-60s.
I was born the last great year Cleveland had in sports, 1948.
That was it?
The Indians won the World Series. The Browns won whatever league they were in football. The Cleveland Barons won the American Hockey League. And who won the Triple Crown in 48? Thank you. Citation.
If you'd give me one more second, that was the name I was going to guess.
I'm 77. I can't waste any time.
You don't have any time to waste. Citation. Citation was the last one until Secretariat.
Yes. Yes. You're exactly right. And then there was a flurry of them.
Secretariat, Seattle Slew.
Affirmed.
And affirmed.
You got it.
All in the 70s.
All in the 70s, right.
And then we went a very long time, and then back-to-backer, basically, American Pharoah and Justified.
Right. By the way, there's another tie here. It's journalistic tie to Ashtabula. You know, the award for the best harness story every year is called the John Hervey Award.
Okay.
Take a guess where John Hervey's from.
I'm going to guess Ashtabula.
You got it. How about that?
See?
He chronicled both sports, thoroughbred and harness. Right, so he was quite the guy.
I feel like if you cover horse racing, you just have to cover both because it's the competition of sport.
Not
sport
that many. You won't be surprised. Not that many cities in the glory days of newspapers had guys covering both. I had to do it. A friend of mine from the Lauderdale paper, he had to cover Pompano and Hialeah and Gulfstream. A guy in Chicago named Neil Milbert, he covered both. But there weren't that many of us that covered both.
Well, luckily we get to cover the post parade now.
For the 5th race. Home Talent Colt Stakes 2-year-old filly trot, sponsored by Altmeyer's Trailer Sales. First $4,989, 1/7 leg range. Make the driver Miles Woolham. Miles Woolham on the 1. 2 Moolah in the bank, Jason Thompson. 3 is Charming Rosie, Francis Lawton aboard. 4 Bianca, Nick Clegg. And the 5 Ranger Rosie, make the driver Tyler Angus in her sulky. That's the horses for the 5th race. Miles Woolham on 1, Tyler Angus on 5. Win, play, show, exacta, trifecta wagering here in the 5th.
There's our field of 5 for the 5th, 1/7 lick range. Miles Woolham will drive for himself in the Woodland Ridge Farm, 2-year-old in range filly. Finished first in a qualifier at Northfield by 5 lengths, clocked in 2:03 and 4. Most recently was 3rd at the Meadows in a non-winners of 1.
Moolah in the bank is the 2. Trainer Scott Cox. Jason Thompson looking for a second win of the day. In the bike, this one has raced 6 times. A win, a second, 2 thirds. He's off a win at Mansfield. And by the way, this one went through the sales ring for $42,000, so they got high hopes for Moolah in the bank.
3 Charming Rosie, Francis Lawton, the elder statesman of the group, own trains and drives. 0 for 3 so far, is banked $798. Does have a 4th place finish at Lisbon. Yet to stay flat though in the last 2.
The 4 is Bianca, and if you're wondering why there's a triple, the mother is Katie. She's by Uncle Peter. This is the Cleggs, Betty the trainer, Nick the driver. for their daughter, Kimber. This one went through the sales. They bought it for $9,000. She's stuck in second gear. 11 starts, no wins, 3 seconds, no thirds. They've already got back $6,000, so they could get over the hump today.
Miles Wollum also trains the 5 Ranger Rosie for Robert Klein. Tyler Angus will catch drive, $7,000 select purchase. They put trotting hobbles on her for the first time in Mount Vernon. She responded nicely with a 3rd place effort, which was just her 2nd start. So thought that she really did improve, even though the clocking may not say she did, but just looking at the race itself, charted line. Now it looks like the trotting hobbles helped her. Now it's her 2nd start with them, and she will go from the outside. 5 across here, 6 will be the trailer. Only have a couple of races, but 6 today, mostly just 5 or less.
Money's going on Bianca. She's 4 to 5.
The richest horse in the race, and aptly named Moolah in the Bank, has done just that. $6,900 from 6 starts. They did spend a lot of moolah for her, though, so they're still waiting to recapture it and put it back in the vault.
The one's taking money. The one is down to 9 to 5. 7 lick range. It's never been that low.
She was 4th, turning for home in the Buckeye Stallion race at Northfield and broke.
Oh, yeah.
That's a tough one. Nice
say.
little $20,000 pot to want to get a piece of it. But came back, was a good 3rd at the Meadows there, so this one gets the rail.
She cost $8,000.
If she wins today, she will not get $8,000 back yet.
No.
$2,500 to the winner. Field of 5, they're going to the wings. Here's Ayers Ratliff with the call, the 5th.
Trotters, a purse of $4,989. A field of 5 make their way to the top of the stretch. Here they come. Charming Rosie is on a break. And trotting in Moolah in the Bank goes out there for the lead. Bianca's in 2nd. 7 lick range is there in 3rd. In their 4th is Ranger Rosie. And if you bet Charming Rosie, go ahead and go down to that 2nd chance prize drawing ticket. As they move on up the backside the first time, and also off stride was 7 lick range. So it's Moolah in the Bank, who's got him out there earning interest by 3. In there to be 2nd, Bianca, as they went by the opening quarter. 34. In 34 seconds. Into the turn they go. Moolah in the Bank and Jason Thompson by 2. Bianca is over there to be 2nd. It's Ranger Rosie in 3rd. 7 lick range is further back in 4th. And Charming Rosie, well, she stopped off for a lemonade as they come down here in front of the stands for the first time. And out there with the lead, it's Moolah in the Bank by 2. In there to be 2nd is still Bianca. Ranger Rosie is 3rd. 7 lick range in 4th, and Charming Rosie is the trailer, the half in 108 and 2. As they move around the turn, and they'll straighten up on into the back stretch. Out there with the lead, it's still Moolah in the Bank. Bianca now swings to the outside as they ramble up the backside on their way to 3/4. Ranger Rosie tightens in 3rd. 7 lick range in 4th with Charming Rosie as they continue to 3/4. Moolah in the Bank, still the one to knock off. On the inside, Ranger Rosie, 142. Around the final turn, Bianca Bianca continue to grind it up on the outside for Clegg as they come to the top of the stretch. Moolah in the bank fights for her life on the lead. Bianca. Ranger Rosie late on the scene, 7-lick range. We've got a horse race here in Jefferson as they come to the wire. 4 of them in with a shot as they come, and it was Ranger Rosie. Look to get up to me. 211 1/5.
Well, I touted this horse a little because of the improvement with the trotting hobbles, even though the time didn't show it, but boy, did she finish with a flurry down the center.
I'm still sticking with the outside track bias.
Outside closers is where you want to be. This horse was buried in the pocket. Clegg was grinding it out first up. The leader, Jason Thompson, moved on the bank on the lead, and this horse was just buried in the pocket waiting for someone to go. There's no passing lane here, so he has to pull back a little bit, angle 3 wide, and she flew in the final 100 yards.
I thought the 2 looked home. Jason Thompson might have been a little surprised there coming
caught
down.
sleeping on the front.
Well, you said it. I thought, did he look like he? I wish we had instant replay, but we don't.
Strong finish. Is that 3 straight races won by the horse in the outside?
Well, no, there was one where the horse held safe on the inside. No, wasn't it?
Oh well, Juliet Capulet, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Clegg's horse in the last race.
3 of 4.
3 of 4 though. You wanted to be outside.
Am I reading it?
Longest price, 21 to 1.
21 to 1 on Ranger Rosie. Wow. Well, you said it. Trotting hobble. So, what does that do for a horse?
Well, I'm definitely not the expert on that, but just it helps them trot.
Pretend you are the expert.
Yeah, I mean, just from a handicapping standpoint, horses that showing breaks and then they add trotting hobbles, which were designed. Most horses wear them to assist them to trot. So. This horse all of a sudden was better, and she's right here, back a winner now.
$5.80 to win. For every $2 bet, there's money to be made betting here today. It's the 5 Ranger Rosie. Ranger Rosie's a 2-year-old bay filly by In Range and of 1 more Rosie by Muscle Mess. Ome Robert Klein, Miles Woolham is in for a training double. Tyler Angus, a driving double on today's card. Time of the mile, 2:11 and 1. This one's sponsored by Altmeyer's Trailer Sales.
How about that?
So if you bet the horse to win, you collect $45.80. If you were smart enough to come up with the entire top 3 correctly, $21.
It's a pari-mutuel landmine betting at the fairs.
Yes, but it's fun, it's entertaining, and people get on their seat. That was a seat. I got up on the edge of my seat. We're halfway down. We'll see if we have more edge of the seat racing when we come back.
With more than 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. Much of that value comes from standardbred horse owners, breeders, trainers, and drivers who participate in the sport of harness racing. The mission of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association is to preserve, protect, promote, and serve the entire standardbred industry in Ohio and beyond. To learn more about the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association, go to ohha.com. That's ohha.com. When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Sign up for text messaging and receive $10 off your order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
We're back here in Ashtabula at the Jefferson Fair. Halfway home, it's 12:50, so we're on pace for about 2 o'clock, a little bit faster than yesterday at Berea.
Yeah, I got to have that chocolate shake before I get home. Hurry up.
It's straight behind us. You can go anytime you want.
I can't give up what? And give up show business? I can't leave. I can't leave.
Well, I appreciate my partner does not want to leave me hanging.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, John Semmelhack, race 3 did go in 2:02. I had 2:12 written down, so that was my fault.
That was a goodie. We've got some great racing here today. We've seen good racing back-to-back days so far.
Yeah, I mean, we have been treated to some fantastic finishes.
And some nice prices, too. You're betting.
Which we are not.
Where did
you were yesterday, though. You were collecting all the winning tickets for your neighbors.
And by the way, they I don't know how much they bet, but when I went and cashed all their tickets right before the last race, they cashed out at $57. So
all right.
They may have made a few bucks. But it was good for the game.
Well, when you bet early like that, I think I said that, I don't know if I said it on camera or off camera, but when you bet early like that, you've basically, at that point you're leaving the fair, you kind of feel like it's gone. Whatever comes back is a win. So even if they bet $60, they got back 57. They're not going to look at it like they lost $2. They won $57.
One lady had a $14 winner and a $10 winner. So she had to make money.
She definitely did well.
She had to make money. Right.
Now, did they split the money evenly?
Let me tell you something. I went home. I gave her the $57, and I told them, make sure you write down which, because there's 3 of them had different bets. I go, here's the charts. You figure it out. And I'm not getting involved in that.
Then you would have really had to get an accounting fee on that one.
Yeah, exactly. I took nothing. I just gave them their 57 balloons. They're probably downstairs.
I was going to see, did they come back and wager again?
They're underneath the grandstand smoking cigars and having chocolate milkshakes and betting with both hands.
There you go.
There you are.
They loaded up both fifths with their... Who is on the $50 bill?
Hamilton?
No, he's on the...
What's he on?
Is it Hamilton? I asked the question, didn't know the answer. I was hoping Bob knew.
That's good. Not Garfield. Grant?
I thought Alexander Hamilton was on the 20.
Well, I got a couple of those. Let me see.
I think you're right, Steve-O. Let's see.
No.
$50, but no, it's
Andrew Jackson is on the 20.
Hamilton's on the 10 then.
Well, I don't know if I have
It's Grant on the 50.
Grant?
I know. You know why? Because 50s are bad luck, so that's why I never know who's on it.
Hamilton's on the 10.
Yep, Hamilton's on the 10. Abraham's on the 5.
Okay. And you know who's on the $1,000 bill?
Those don't. Do they even exist?
Dave Bianconi.
Yeah.
You know, I was in New York City earlier this summer, and we were going in lower Manhattan, and we get off the train, and I'm walking by a church, and it says Trinity Church. I go, Trinity? Why does that ring a bell, Trinity Church? So I looked on my phone. You know who's buried in the little cemetery next to Trinity Church? Alexander Hamilton.
Oh, that's disappointing in myself because I love the Broadway play Hamilton, so I'm disappointed I didn't know that. Because in the song it says, buried in Trinity Church next to you.
And if you go to a stone, which we did, people when they visit it, because he was Secretary of the Treasury, it's covered with coins.
Really?
And people throw money at that. So that's how I got my $2.95 to get back on the subway. No, I didn't touch the money.
I don't know if that would qualify. I think that might set you up for bad luck if you take money out of a cemetery.
Could you imagine?
Guy's stealing quarters.
This guy's trying to start a show parlay at the Ashtabula County Fair. What the heck?
I need $2. Go to the Alexander Hamilton's burial site.
I mean, do you think people think we are crazy? What we've been talking about the last... What haven't we covered?
We've come up with some random stuff. But that's what's fun about it. Not only do we have the great racing, but when we have some downtime between, we get to talk nonsense and hopefully make it a little bit entertaining for people to listen to at home.
You think Alexander Hamilton ever got to Bad Axe, Michigan?
I
doubt it.
Bad Axe didn't exist when Alexander Hamilton was in Michigan. But you know what did exist after Bad Axe? And I even went home and told my fiance we were talking about Bad Axe. I said, did you know the yellow light comes from Bad Axe, Michigan?
That's right.
That's going to be a Jeopardy question one. Did you watch Jeopardy?
Yeah, I used to.
You would sit there, and one day that would pop up on there, and you would get to say yellow light because you would know. This famous invention from Bad Axe, Michigan. What is yellow light?
Oh my goodness! Yeah. John Hervey and Ashtabula and caution signals in Michigan. We got it all here.
And we have great racing. We have 5 races to go. We're up to the 6th.
Yes.
Scratch 3 and 4, so we're scratched down to a field of 4 for this 5th race.
This will be 3-year-old filly Pacers.
Dad against son, also Larry and Corey DeArmond.
Oh. Wow.
Both with Down by the Seaside fillies. Fear the Dragon filly, Snappy Dragon the 2, and we have a song somewhere, a daughter of Bring on the Beach. That's a new stallion for me. I've never heard that one.
Now you would know more than me. Obviously Larry drives. Does Corey drive?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
No, I don't believe so.
Larry's 70. How old's Corey?
They don't put trainer ages in the program.
No, they don't. You remember in the old days they used to put drivers' weights in the program.
You know, they had, there was I think it was Summit County Fair night. They used, there's a different program, or maybe it's the Track Masters. There was a program recently that I was looking at, and it had the driver weights in it. I thought it was hilarious.
Here's a good one.
It's a good thing they don't put announcer weights in there.
This is a thoroughbred note, but it's a good one. You know how everybody's worried about losing having their social security number exposed?
Mm-hmm.
Every year the thoroughbreds put out the American Racing Manual.
Okay.
And when I was at the Cleveland Press, I had just gotten the job, and I was in the office one day, and a guy was putting all these big books, thick books, in a cardboard box. They're getting rid of them. I go, "What are you doing?" He goes, "Well, it's the American Racing Manual. It comes out every year. We don't need all these old ones." I go, "Hold it." So I have every American Racing Manual back into the 50s. And if you go in there and you go in the back where the stats are, you go for the jockeys. Bill Smith, Phoenix, Arizona, born 1942. Last year, 40 rides, 20 wins, 6 seconds, 3/3. And everybody's social security number is
no way.
You come to my house, I'll show it to you. I have everybody who ever rode in America, I have their social security number.
Well, if Bob is, if you see him on your Channel 6 News tonight for money laundering or trying to steal,
I'll be cuffed. I'll be in the Jefferson City Jail by dinner time. As long as I get Colucci's Pizza, I don't care. It's worth it.
We need to hit a bet so we can go buy lunch tomorrow.
That's right, bro. Right. You guys aren't in a hurry after the last race tomorrow to go home?
Not tomorrow. Tonight,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then we'll go to Colucci's tomorrow night.
There we go.
Find a picnic table where we can eat this stuff. Because you can't eat it there. Boy, you remember Steve was like 95 degrees
by
last
Big
year.
D's. Home Talent Cold Stakes 3-year-old filly Pacers, a purse of $6,587. Scratch 3, scratch 4. What is Song Somewhere, Logan Eversole? 2 Snappy Dragon, James Day. 3 and 4 are out. 5 Seaside Pearl, Larry DeArmond. 6 Lucy Hill, Justin Irvin. In the sulky. That's the field for the 6th race. Win place, exacta trifecta, scratch 3, scratch 4.
There's our field for the 6th. Scratch down to a field of 4. 1 Song Somewhere. Logan Eversole for Isaiah Schraik and Phil Baldoff. Most recently a winner at Mansfield. This girl is an 8-time winner in her career. 7 wins as a freshman. She's looking to get her season going a little bit better this year. Just 1 win, but she's hit the board 6 of those 12 tries.
The 2 is Snappy Dragon, trained by James Day, to be driven by James Day for the Power Play Racing 87 LLC of Medina. 4 starts, nice career going here so far. A win in 2 seconds, and that win came at Mount Vernon in July 21st in 2:03 and 2, and Day was in the bike.
Double scratch 3, 4, 5, Seaside Pearl. Larry DeArmond doing it all. 3-year-old Down by the Seaside filly. Hasn't hit the board in 5 tries. Does have a 4th place finish at Cortland. Just her 3rd start as a sophomore.
And on the outside, at the odds of 9-5, second choice, is Lucy Hill. Owned Corey DeArmond, trainer Corey DeArmond. Justin Irvine is in the sulky. 5 starts this year, a win and a second, and that win came at Lisbon on July 28th in 2:10-1.
Looking for back-to-back scores, but she's going to have to do it from the second tier. 5 across, so the 6 is stuck in the second tier here.
Even with the scratches?
Yep.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Well, think about it. If you had post 9 and a horse scratched, then all of a sudden you have to move to post 8. That wouldn't be fair.
Well, how about your option?
You want a choice of going post 8 or post 9?
But what about him? Would he like to be in the 4-hole instead of
You know,
sitting
in
behind?
this scenario, yeah, he probably would want to be in the 4-hole because the horse looks like she's got some speed, but she's stuck behind the horse. We'll see what he does here at the gate. Justin, this will be, if he wins, it'll be a double because he's been nosed out twice.
Well, now that you say that, does he have to get behind somebody, or could he sit outside the horse in the 3-hole?
I think he has to sit behind the inside horse.
Well, we're going to find
We're
out.
going to find out here shortly. Here's Ayers Ratliff with the call the 6th.
They're off and pacing, and it's Song Somewhere going out looking for the lead. Lucy Hill is following from the second tier. Then we have Snappy Dragon and Seaside Pearl. That's the quartet as they circle the turn to the backstretch. And Song Somewhere. She was a winner last time at Mansfield, and she shows the way by a length and a quarter. Lucy Hill, she's also off a win. That one at Lisbon, she's there in second. Snappy Dragon off of a pair of second place finishes, she's third. And Seaside Pearl, that is the trailer. They went by the opening quarter and out there with the lead. It is a Song Somewhere in 34. In their second, Lucy Hill. As they circle the turn, Snappy Dragon is third, and Seaside Pearl, that's the trailer. They will move off the turn. They straighten away and come down here in front of the stands where Logan Ebersol has Song Somewhere out there singing sweetly by a length and a quarter. Lucy Hill is right there in second, pacing third. That's Snappy Dragon. The trailer is Seaside Pearl. They went on by the half and into the turn they go. The half went 05-3, and it's Song Somewhere. Song Somewhere leads the way. Lucy Hill is still there second, Snappy Dragon third. Seaside Pearl is still the trailer. They're in single file, all chasing Song Somewhere. In there to be second is still Lucy Hill, then the favorite Snappy Dragon third. The trailer is still Seaside Pearl as they continue to 3/4, and it's Song Somewhere. Song Somewhere trying to see it through and seal the deal. She leads the way a length and a quarter. Lucy Hill is still there second. 3/4 was 1:36 as they swing and wing to the top of the stretch. Song Somewhere. Lucy Hill pops the pocket to the outside, and the race is on there in the stretch. Song Somewhere. Lucy Hill is just blowing right by. Lucy Hill gets the lead, and Lucy Hill gets the win. Song Somewhere second. Snappy Dragon, that one was third. 2-0.
Well, if we were putting speed figures together, I think any horse that is on the lead would get an against figure because they are just against that track bias today. You wanted to be outside, sat the pocket, perfect trip, perfect drive, tip to the outside, and Justin, as aerodynamic as you could be coming down to the finish behind the 6th Lily Grace Hill.
We've come to
or Lucy Hill, sorry.
Lucy Hill. We've come to Ashtabula and found a track bias, folks. Come outside.
Yes.
Turn for home and get to the outside. Nice. By the way, I'm wondering, how about the wind? You think the wind is affecting the times? It's pretty...
Well, they have a headwind going into the backstretch, just blowing from the top of the stretch down.
Right.
So
it helps them coming home, but...
certainly pushes those closers even more forward.
Yeah.
Well, that could be. That would help, which would make sense because the horses that are sitting, saving ground, are drafting. They're not doing all the work, and then they tip out and have the wind to push them.
I think because
we're onto something.
It's howling here pretty good. It's a beautiful day. That the flag is, look at the flags. They're snapping pretty good. 206 and 4. I should have brought last year's charts. I don't know if these race times are, I don't know, not impressive, dull, whatever you want to call it. Maybe the wind has something to do with it.
Yeah, I don't put a whole ton of stake into the times of the fairs because the tracks, they're flat, much significantly flatter than Northfield, obviously.
Right. Oh, God, yes. Boy, speaking of home of the flying turns, Northfield, how they're pitched. What's the right word? It's not pitched. It's
banked.
Banked. I had to cover one car race. I covered the Daytona 500 one year, and we parked in the infield. I cannot believe how steep it is. Otherwise, I guess those cars would fly into the grandstand when they come around the turn. And I had my computer bag over my shoulder. It was like a small mountain I was trying to climb there to get to the grandstand.
6 Lucy Hill standing here in the winner's circle.
Justin Irvine. Is that 2 for him today?
That is a double.
It's a double. So he's now, I don't know where Emmanuel Miller is today, but Justin Irvine has caught him at 29 winners to be 6th in the state.
Seashell was scratched. AJ Rocks scratched. Seaside Pearl was 4. Lucy Hill, the winner. 2 scratch.
7th race will be up next. Scratch the 5, Petra. Braden Rhodes on the 2. Those are the program changes. And after these messages, we will bring you race number 7.
Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead Sire of 2024 Ohio Horse of the Year Sugar Instead. Also standing at Dublin Valley Farms, Slay, a promising young son of Chapter 7 and Coach K Hanover by world record holder Wallner. Looking for your next winner? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients are offering an exciting lineup of yearlings with current and fashionable pedigrees. Available at public auctions this year. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio.
History, tradition. For over 100 years, 2- and 3-year-old trotters and pacers have started their careers on the tracks of the Home Talent Colt Stakes. See the future stars of Ohio harness racing at one of the Home Talent's 15 tracks. The stars of tomorrow are racing at a track near you today. The Home Talent Colt Stakes. You can't win them if you aren't in them.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614.
In Ohio, Hickory Lane Farm has the stallions you are looking for, like What the Hill, Uncle Peter, and In Range, as well as Branded by Lindy, Jug Winner Luz Pearlman, Racing Hill, and Guardian Angel Oz. Hickory Lane will offer a host of Ohio-sired yearlings this fall, including 6 by In Range, 5 by Uncle Peter, 4 by Guardian Angel Oz, and 1 by What the Hill. Find out more at hickorylanefarm.com.
Welcome back to the Ashtabula County Fair here at Jefferson. We're up to race number 7. Lucky number 7. Scratch down to a field of 4.
This will be 3-year-old filly trotters. You have a preference between trotters or pacers?
Pacers.
I'd rather watch trotters. I think they look so elegant and when they're in good stride.
And the key is when they're in stride.
Well, it's not easy, is it?
just check YouTube. Kurt Sugg is very reliable for information. He said Napoleon is where he's from, and it's a lot further than 30 minutes to Fort Wayne. So maybe I have the wrong city in Indiana, but it's a hike.
Has he offered you a ride?
Yeah, hopefully he's driving. I can just get in. I'll ride with the horses.
Hey, bring 2 milkshakes, one for you and one for Kirk.
A little chocolate milkshake.
That's right.
I'm going to pull it up now to get the exact drive. All right, it's an hour from Fort Wayne, but it is. That's how far west you're going. You're only an hour from Fort Wayne, Indiana.
I was in a city in that area.
It's out past Bowling Green. Yeah.
It's much further south, though, correct?
No, it's directly west of Bowling Green.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Out by, what was the other one I just saw? Paulding's out there. Van Wert's out this way. Van Wert's much more south.
Well, that's the one I was going to tell you about. About 10 years ago, one of my favorite performers is a woman Broadway star, TV star, movie star, Bernadette Peters. She was in concert in Van Wert, Ohio. Think about that. With the Boston Pops Orchestra. Now, how could that happen in Van Wert? Here's how it happened.
In Van Wert?
Some guy graduated from Van Wert High School, became a multimillionaire, came home to visit the family, and someone says, you know, the high school's kind of fallen down. We need a new school. So he spearheaded a campaign to get the funds for this, and he made sure that they built a beautiful arts theater connected to the high school. And to celebrate the 10-year anniversary, they brought in Bernadette Peters and the Boston Pops Orchestra, and my wife and I went there. Unbelievable, the concert. The Boston Pops, you ever hear them? Oh, my God, what an orchestra. Yeah.
No, I have never been to one of those orchestra concerts. I'm not a big concert. I went to my first concert this year in Youngstown at the Cavelli Center.
Yeah, I've never been there. You've been to SPAC, I'm sure, and up.
So I went to SPAC.
We have to tell people what SPAC is.
So for those that don't know what SPAC is, this is a Saratoga thing. It's called Saratoga Performing Arts Center, SPAC for short, because nobody wants to say Saratoga Performing Arts Center.
It's their Blossom.
And it's their Blossom, exactly. It's the same. Basically, if you look at the Blossom schedule, this is the cool part, because I looked when I was going to be back in New York. Oh, let's see what's at SPAC. Whatever was at Blossom 2 days before is at SPAC 2 days later. It's like they're basically the same schedule.
Yeah.
But I did not see a concert. I went and saw a comedian. Can you guess what comedian?
Eddie Murphy.
Close.
Chris
Kevin
Rock.
Hart. Kevin Hart. So you were on the right train, but yeah, Kevin Hart at SPAC. So I've not been to a concert at SPAC, but saw Kevin Hart there.
Speaking of New York, my youngest daughter is. She went to Loyola of Chicago to study voice and theater. Fell in love with comedy. Did 5 years at Second City. Now she's in New York City. Today she is shooting a commercial in New Jersey. Montclair? Someplace near the city. And the commercial's for FanDuel. And she says, Dad, there's going to be 2 celebrities in the commercial. I go, well, let me know tonight who they were.
Can she get you a $5 free play or a no sweat bet?
No, but she can get me a chocolate shake at Jefferson County Fair. We'll find out. She shot a Wells Fargo credit card commercial, and there were 2 stars in there. I go, did you go say hello? She goes, no, I don't want to bother them. You know who it was? Steve Martin and Martin Short.
Okay.
She'd have no lines in the commercial. She's at the Barclays Center in Manhattan and in Brooklyn. But I said, Maria, you got to talk to those people. You got to network.
Yeah. I wish we had, speaking of like celebrities, and I was thinking about this on the ride here, with T-Trick being at Northfield, who's really good friends, how cool would it have been if he could have got Nikola Jokic to come over and watch the big races Saturday?
That's right.
Did you see the video on Twitter of Nikola Jokic's horse winning?
Yes.
He was so emotional.
I know. I love it.
He could easily, I don't care what it costs, he should have unlimited funds to support horse racing in the United States.
Was that Serbia? Where was he?
Is he Serbian? Serbia.
Serbian. Yeah.
Greatest interview ever.
I loved it.
When is the NBA Finals parade? Oh, it's on Thursday. I can't stay. I got to go back and see my horse.
They love harness racing in some of those countries over there, don't they?
Basketball is his job. Horse racing is his passion. That's what he said.
There was a guy, I did a story for Cleveland Magazine 100 years ago. I can't think of his last name. His first name was Mike. He loved harness racing.
That narrows it down.
He was a relief pitcher for the Indians, and he'd sit in the bullpen, and then at 10:30, 11 o'clock when he got out of that job, he went right to Northfield to feed his horses and see his horses.
That must be the most, of all the positions you could play in baseball, being a relief pitcher might be the most boring job.
I would think so. They do kind of crazy things out there in the bullpen.
You just sit there, watch the game. Maybe you get called to stretch a little bit before the 6th inning, and then you have to go in. But if you don't have to go in, or you just pitched the night before and you're not pitching the next day, that's got to be a very sitting out in the bullpen with 4 other people.
I don't even know why you dress if you pitch the night before. Right? They're probably trying to get hot dogs and fans to give them stuff. Yeah.
The bullpen, though, if you're looking for stadiums, obviously Yankee Stadium's the pinnacle in my, it's still the best.
Right.
But Cleveland, Progressive Field, has a fantastic viewing of the bullpens out in center field.
Yes.
So you get right up close. I have a couple videos of watching Kirby Yates get ready for the Braves when he was on the Braves against the Guardians a couple years ago. Just you can get right there and watch him pitch. It's quite impressive just to be that up close, and now they have those standing room only seats. Yeah, I love Progressive Field.
It's a great stadium. It's one of my favorites. For some reason, I keep leaning towards Camden Yards. Must be the building behind it in Baltimore that sets it off so well.
I was going to ask you, how many stadiums do you know off the top of your head how many stadiums you've been to?
No.
Over, under half a dozen? Is it more?
Oh, it's over. Oh, it's well over, right? Because I've been to. You've been to Dodger Stadium?
No, I've never been to California.
Okay, I've been to Dodger Stadium. That's a cool one. Wrigley?
Nope.
White Sox Park? They change the names every year. Yankee Stadium?
I'm significantly low. I've only been to 3.
Oh my goodness.
Cleveland, Yankee Stadium, 4. Sorry,
Shea,
Fenway,
Citi Field,
and the Trop.
Wow, I've been by the Trop. I never was in that one. Wrigley Field, you got to go. You haven't been to Wrigley Field. You got to go to Wrigley Field. How about Fenway?
I've been to Fenway twice.
Okay.
Fenway is awesome. Such an old school throwback place.
One year they had me I covered a World Cup qualifying soccer game on a Sunday, and the sports editor said, stay Monday and do the Boston Marathon. Now, there's always a game that day.
Right, 11:30 too.
So
they play early.
I watched the start of the marathon, and I walked up to Fenway Park, watched a couple innings, and then came back and covered the rest of the Boston Marathon. Most people hit the finish line in the Boston. They're not even breathing hard. It's the craziest thing in the world. They're all from Kenya.
It's the
the winners. They are.
It's the biggest marathon. Is it the biggest marathon in the United States, I believe?
Oh, God, yes. Hands down.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? I'm kidding. They try to time it where if the game is like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, you can come out of the game and watch the finish of the Boston Marathon.
Really?
Yeah.
26 miles in 2 hours.
Unbelievable.
My car barely goes
I
that
know.
fast.
I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do it.
Here's the horses for the 7th.
Here are the horses for race 7. 3-year-old filly trotters. The purse is $6,554. Win place, exacta trifecta. Sponsor, this is the Tyus Family Memorial. Braden Rhodes on 2, scratch 5. 1 is From Beyond, Lanny Merriman. 2, Country Behave, driver change to Braden Rhodes. 3 is Chrome Trim, Jason Thompson. 4, Curious Georgie, Tyler Angus. The 5 is out. That's the field for race 7.
Quartet of trotters for 3-year-old fillies. 1 From Beyond, Lanny Merriman drives and trains for Ira Steinberg. 3-year-old bay filly by Flex the Muscle. 0 for 17 in her career. Does have a second place finish at Lisbon, though, 2 back when she was cutting the mile. Ended up finishing second.
The 2 is Country Behave. Right now it's 7-2. This race is being bet pretty evenly. The 1 was 3-1. The 2 Country Behave is 7-2. A real check earner, this horse. 36 career starts, only 2 wins, but 9 seconds, 7 thirds, almost 31,000 in earnings for a horse that went through the sales ring for 13. Didn't miss by much last time at Mansfield. Got beat a length and change, finished second.
3 Chrome Trim, the richest horse in the field. $54,000 earned from just 15 tries. 3-year-old brown filly by Long Tom. Isaiah and Terry Shrake going. Scott Cox conditions. Jason Thompson does the driving. She has, as a 3-year-old, she's developed a little bit of a braking problem. She's broke in 4 straight in a Sire Stakes race and then a named race at Saddle. They put trotting elbows on. She's still broke in the qualifier and actually broke at Cortland. So trying to get her qualified here, but this horse that was 2 for 8 last year and made $45,000, so she's got talent.
Completing the field is the 4 Curious Georgie. Dan Walski owns out of Transfer, Pennsylvania. Dan Walski trains. Tyler Angus looking for another winner. This one is raced 9 times this year with 2 wins and 3 seconds. He's having a real nice year. He's banked $19,000 and change. Last time out was 7th at Scioto. The 2 wins have fallen off the program. You maybe called them at Northfield, Kenny.
Yeah, I've seen Curious Georgie quite a few times. 5th place in the Buckeye Stallion back on May 20th, and the 5 Petra is out. But the Curious Georgie, nice second, 3 back. Jasmine's not a bad horse. Let's see what she's got here. She gets to start on the wings, but she hasn't raced in a month, so we'll see if that limits her. They're going behind the gate. It's a field of 4 for 3-year-old trotting fillies, $6,554. Here's Ayers Ratliff.
Three fit.
Well, if it is outside, another outside close.
I think it's the wind.
I think it's got to be
zapping those horses on the backside.
This horse was 10 lengths the back. I mean, she looked like she was gonna loop the 2. I mean, it's hard to tell because they go behind the horse trailers, but it looked like she was going to the lead, and then she broke, loses 10 lengths, has to rush up, catch the 2, And then she sits behind her, and if she did, she might have just beat her at the wire. Tough beat if you had the two Country Behave who did all the dirty work on the front.
Well, is a horse better? When you look at a horse's form and you see 36 starts, 2 wins, 9 seconds, 7 thirds, those are the kind of horses you don't like to bet to win because they find a way not to get there. The check earners. I knew a guy who owned a horse. The horse was always racing second. He was happy because he was making his car payment.
Right.
He didn't want it to win and move up in another class level. What are you saying? Who you on? Who won the photo?
I thought I heard him. Did he say 4? I thought I heard him say that 4. Yes, 4. Curious Georgie.
Got there.
Tyler Angus with another victory and another outside closer. Steve-O called it at the 5/8. He goes outside again because the horse had obviously moved to the outside. So tough beat for the two.
Right. We're no slouches here. We can pick out a track bias.
We've
when we
got
see
definitely
it.
there's definitely a bias today.
That's right.
The horse was 4-5 in the wagering, so the fans were happy to see the favorite get home.
Yeah, it's a tough beat if you bet the 2, but something tells me that they know that this. I don't know how you get over the hump.
It's got to be a little frustrating for the connections of the 3 Chrome Trim. Touch on that after
seventh
this.
race, it is the 4 Curious Georgie. Curious Georgie's a 3-year-old brown filly by Uncle Peter. At a Love Child by Donato Hanover, by Walsky Stables, Dan Walsky Trains. Tyler Angus now in for a triple on the card, 2:08 and 3. Time for the mile. This is the Tyus Family Memorial.
3 wins on the card for Tyler Angus. Well, I was talking about with the 3 Chrome Trim. Is this a horse that made $45,000, almost $46,000, just 8 tries as a freshman? And just even this year, she started okay. She's got a 3rd place finish in the Sire Stakes back on May 16th, but she just has something going on. That is 5 straight breaks for her.
Yeah.
They switched barns. Scott Cox has her now. She's been off a month. Just be interesting to see one day if she puts it all back together.
Right. Yeah.
Got to be a little frustrating. 8th race next. Braden Rhodes is on the 4, Kylie Cash. Tyler Angus on the 5, Nan's Moon Dancer. It's a full field of 6, and we'll have it after these messages.
Midland Acres is proud to stand the prominent stallions, TCI, Long Tom, Ready for Money, Monty Mickey, Summa Cum Laude, and Bit of a Legend. With such great pedigree and speed in the stallion barn, Midland Acres will provide a diverse group of top yearlings in the sale ring for 2025. Visit us this fall at our consignments at the Blooded Horse Sale on August 26th, the Ohio Select Jug Sale on September 12th, and the Lexington Select Sale on September 29th through October 3rd. Let Midland Acres' experience in the industry lead you to the winner's circle.
This September, the thrill returns to Delaware, Ohio. It's the Little Brown Jug. World-class harness racing, heart-pounding action, and unforgettable fun. Join the tradition. Feel the roar. Be a part of history. We have several hospitality and ticket options, including the new Jug Social Club. Please visit littlebrownjug.com or call 1-800-DEL-FAIR. The Little Brown Jug, where champions are crowned.
She's well over 100. Are you kidding?
Welcome back to Ashtabula County, Ashtabula Fair, Jefferson Fair. We were just talking about Sister Jean from Loyola, Chicago. That was she's over 100. We're trying to find out what her exact age is.
She's the team chaplain. Sister Jean. Oh, my God. What's today's date? August, what is this? The 6th? On August 21st, Sister Jean will be 106.
Wow. Good for her. And she got to witness one of the greatest NCAA runs of all time.
Unbelievable. I took my grandkids to see them play earlier in that season. So we were invested the whole trip, and they got beat in the semifinals
as a 12 seed.
And guess who beat them? One of my son-in-laws is a Michigan grad with season tickets. We had to watch that game because Loyola collapsed in the second half of the second half. They had them beat Michigan. That was a tough day for us to watch that game. It was Easter weekend, right?
Nothing tops March Madness.
No, nothing. You're right. Nothing tops that.
I'm not even a big basketball fan, but March Madness games are just... I literally could sit there all day on Thursday and Friday, the first opening weekend, and sit there and watch 16 basketball games because every game has an exciting finish.
They say that's the weekend you want to be, or that's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That first round,
the opening weekend,
you want to be in Vegas. It's like madness.
Oh yeah, I could imagine.
Right.
Especially back in the day before we all had sports betting on our phone. I mean, you had to go to Vegas to bet the games.
Right. Yeah.
Now we can just pull up our FanDuel app and go wager and go lose money.
106 years old.
It's a long life.
You know, I plan to be sitting here at the Ashtabula County Fair at 106.
Drinking a chocolate milkshake.
With you feeding me a chocolate milkshake.
I'm not feeding it to you. You sip it through a straw.
Oh, boy. Oh, my goodness.
100. So for me to be 106, that I'd be 80 years from now.
God. You'll be here, right? She was.
That's
born,
your entire life. More than your entire life is what it takes for me to get to 106.
She was born in 1919.
1919.
My God.
She was born right during the Great Depression.
Isn't that incredible? Wow. We should go to her birthday party, right? What the heck? It's got to be a heck of a shindig coming up.
So congratulations to our first lucky loser drawing. It is Sarah Waite. Sarah Waite, congratulations. You are not good at picking horses. And you have won the second chance drawing today. Sarah Waite, you can come down to the center of the grandstands.
Ayers always has fun at the fairs.
Yes,
I don't know if that got picked up, but Ayers, this is one of the ladies, won the lucky loser second chance drawing. You put your losing tickets in. And he said, well, you're not the greatest at picking horses, but you have won the lucky loser, so you win something.
And what is the prize? Do we know?
Hopefully not a free bet.
Probably a chocolate milkshake and a trip to Bad Axe, Michigan. What do we got coming up here, buddy? 3-year-old filly Pacers.
$6,500 on the line.
5 Nance Moon dancer. Tyler Angus on the 5 here in the 8.
He didn't read the driver change on the 4.
Braden Rhodes.
Yeah, he just read 1, didn't he? Or did he say it? I didn't hear it.
I did not. I think they were still waiting for who was driving the 5, but somehow I had it. I had Tyler Angus. I don't know.
Okay. No, I got that. Did he say Braden Rhodes on the 4?
Yeah,
okay.
He did earlier.
Okay.
Field of 6. 6 starts from the second tier. Sounds like they're all out here.
Good.
Here are the horses on the track for the 8th race. 3-year-old filly Pacers, a purse $6,527. 1 truly old times, Jason Thompson.
Yeah, with money.
2 is Julie's Grace, James Day. 3 is Crosswinds, Sweet Pea, Elliot Deaton is driving. 4, Kylie Cash, driver change, Braden Rhodes. 5, Nan's Moon Dancer, driver change, Tyler Angus. And the 6, Big Bad Beach Bunny, Justin Irvin, in the sulky. That's the field for the 8th race. Win, play, show, exacta, trifecta wagering. Braden Rhodes on 4, Tyler Angus on 5.
There's our field for the 8th field of 6. 1 truly old times. Jason Thompson drives for Scott Cox. Christina Johnson and Ronald King, the owners. 3-year-old daughter of Lather Up. She's on a 2-race win streak, 4 for 15 this season. Back-to-back wins Lisbon, Mansfield, and gets the rail here at Jefferson.
The 2 is Julie's Grace, and if you like her, you're getting it at least 99-1. She's gone to the post 13 times in her career. Still looking for win number 1. Does have a pair of seconds and 4 thirds. Been pretty consistent lately. A third at Mansfield, a second at Lisbon, a third at Mount Vernon, and a second at Carrollton. So, been knocking on the door. Went through the sales ring for $23,000. Maybe today at a big number.
On the other end of the spectrum is just a $3,500 purchase, the 3 Crosswind Sweet Pea, who hasn't missed the board in her last several tries. 11 top 3 finishes this season from 16 tries, back-to-back seconds. Elliot Deaton for his son Ryan Deaton, Dustin Ford, and Randy T. Young, the owners. 2 wins, 2 seconds in her last 4 tries since moving to the fair circuit.
The 4 is Kylie Cash. This is Betty Clegg, trainer, for her daughter Kimber Clegg, owner. You know, Nick Clegg, he's here, but he's been taking off. He's not two horses in the same race, so he's letting Brandon Rhodes have the reins on this one. 21 starts this year, 3 wins, 4 seconds, 5 thirds, over nearly $25,000 in earnings. Bad beat in the last, got beat a neck at odds of 2-5 down at Mansfield.
5 Nan's Moon Dancer, Tyler Angus driving for Jessica Milner and Andrew Koblenz. 1 for 15 this season, 3rd place most recently at Mansfield in 03 and 4. Has hit the board a bunch, 7 third-place finishes from 17 starts, so one that you can maybe use underneath. Looking to pick up win number 2 in her career.
And outside, well, not outside, second tier, 6-horse, Big Bad Beach Bunny, Cap Equine Estates of Youngstown, Corey Day Airman of Youngstown owners. Corey does the training. Justin, and by the way, is it Irvine or is it Irvin? I've heard it both ways now with that name.
I was going to mention it because I've heard Irvin the last 2 days, but it's definitely Irvine. There's an E.
It was always Donnie Irvine, right, not Irvin. What's going on here in Ohio?
I don't know.
Huh?
Maybe Justin wanted to change his name to differentiate because his colors are basically the same as his dad's.
Exactly. And by the way, Big Bad Beach Bunny's only 2-1, so someone's getting into this horse downstairs at the wickets.
I'll tell you, truly old times, it's 7-1 from the rail on a 2-race win streak is awesome.
Yeah, that's true.
We might have to run to the window.
Go get us a $100 exacta box, 1-6.
Once inside, all inside.
Inside out, and we're going to get
Steve-O's booking it for us. They're in behind the gate for the 8th. Here's the call from Ayers Ratliff.
This one in memory of all past Jefferson horsemen. Field of 6, gate is rolling. Field of 6, 3-year-old filly pacers. Purse of $6,527 as they make their swing to the top of the stretch for the 8th race, and here they come. They're off into pacing, and it's Kylie Cash who pushed the gate away. Truly old times as they're on the inside as they will move around the turn. Julie's Grace is there in 3rd. Crosswind Sweet Pea is 4th. Over there 5th is Nan's Moon Dancer. And a Big Bad Beach Bunny has her cottontail in back as they start on up the backside. Popping the pocket early on is Truly Old Times. Along the inside, Kylie Cash. Kylie Cash trying to let her go, but Truly Old Times is now getting the lead as they went by the opening quarter in 31 and 2. On into the turn they go, Truly Old Times. She's got 2 wins in a row and going to try to see it through from here. She was a winner at Lisbon, a winner at Mansfield. In there to be a second is Kylie Cash as they straighten away and move down here to the half. Julie's Grace is looking them over from 3rd. Then we have Crosswind's Sweet Pea in 4th. Over there to be 5th is Nan's Moon Dancer, and Big Bad Beach Bunny, well, she's steering like a broken shopping cart as they move on by the half in 102 and 1. On into the turn they go, and out there with the lead, it's Truly Old Times. On the outside, Crosswind Sweet Pea is now up to 2nd. 3rd along the inside, Kylie Cash. In there to be next is Julie's Grace as they move on up the backstretch to 3/4. Then it's Nan's Moon Dancer and Big Bad Beach Bunny as they go to 3/4. Truly Old Times has them by a head. On the outside is still Crosswind Sweet Pea, 131 and 2, and and now looking a 3 wide as Kylie Cash as they make their way to the top of the stretch. Out there with the lead, Truly Old Times. Kylie Cash on the wide side. In between them, Crosswind Sweet Pea. Looking for room is Julie's Grace. 4 of them across the racetrack as they come down to the wire. It's a wall of them. They're coming from everywhere as they come to the wire, and it looked like Truly Old Times may have held on. Photo for win.
202 and 3.
202 and 3.
Well, our track bias let us down there in the 8th because they came from everywhere, and Truly Old Times, as about a game performance as you're going to get down to the finish. She had them swarming in. She didn't care. She wins by about a neck.
She's on a roll. That's 3 wins in a row.
In Ohio.
Oh, here we go.
As Roger Houston would say.
That's right. Did you hear a time on the race?
I did not hear the time.
Me neither.
They were going pretty quick, though. The opening quarter was 31 and 2, I believe. So
someone's been rubbing a rabbit's foot for this filly, because the last 4 starts, post position draw 2-2-1-1.
Can't get much better than that.
Living good there. Living real good.
Scott Cox paying all the race secretaries off at the fairs.
Oh, jeez. We'll be off the air here, folks, in a minute. All right. We're gonna get nominated for something, not an Emmy. All right. Truly Old Times.
We could get nominated for most consecutive useless facts ever said on a stream.
That'd be a badge of courage. All right. We'll wear that proudly. All right. Man, how many was it? 4 horses on the wire here?
There were 4 horses separated by about half a length. That was another great race.
Yeah.
And back to the winner's circle. Here is the one, Truly Old Times.
We're trying to figure out what happened in the 6th.
It's now official. In front of the stands after winning the 8th race, it's the one, Truly Old Times. Her 3rd straight win. 3-year-old Bay filly by Lather Up. At a Crystal Crisp by Dragon Again. By Christina Johnson and Ronald King. Scott Cox trains. Jason Thompson is the winning driver. For Jason Thompson, that's a double on the card.
Double for Jason Thompson. He's pushing closer to 2,000 career wins. I believe that's going to be win number 1988 or 89.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he was at 1984 at Lisbon. So
wow.
I know he's won at least a couple times since then. So pushing closer to 2,000. He's got 2 more shots in the 9th and 10th, and we'll bring them to you after these messages.
Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead, sire of 2024 Ohio Horse of the Year, Sugar Instead. Also standing at Dublin Valley Farms, Slay, a promising young son of Chapter 7 and Coach K Hanover by world record holder Walner. Looking for your next winner? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients are offering an exciting lineup of yearlings with current and fashionable pedigrees. Available at public auctions this year. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out, Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Sign up for text messaging and receive $10 off your order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Make summer memories this year at the Ohio County Fairs. The Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association will be live streaming every race this year, and we want you to be there. Be a part of the excitement with the 2025 Ohio County Fair Racing Passport. Stop by the OHHA broadcast location in the grandstand to pick up your passport and stamp. Get stamps at every fair you attend. Prizes will be awarded to those that attend the most racing programs. Get your passport at the first fair you attend or call the OHHA office at 614-221-3650. Harness Racing, the fastest ride at the fair.
Welcome back to the Ashtabula County and Jefferson Fair. 2 to go. I messaged Ayers after the 8th race. You asked what happened to your 6 horse, and Ayers said that she was steering like a broken shopping cart.
What do you think was wrong?
She's steering like a broken shopping cart.
She doesn't show And he breaks, right?
She maybe didn't like the dust in her face in that race.
Something.
Here's a question for you. I think Steve-O was with us when we did this before, so he can't answer. But what do you call the thing you push around a grocery store?
Shopping cart.
Do you have any other names for it?
Not a basket.
A buggy.
No, I never heard it called a buggy. Really?
Steve, were you honest when we did that before?
No, that's a Yinzer thing. That's Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, Kayla.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I thought I said that to Don. I thought Steve was the camera. Must have been Chris.
You know how
we talked about that.
You know what you do in Pittsburgh to clean up the house?
You get your sweeper.
You use your sweeper and you ret it up.
And you ret it up. You get the yep.
My mother-in-law was from Greensburg, so I've heard some of those.
That OTB was awesome. It was in the mall.
In the mall.
Yep.
I was there. I was there at the Greensburg.
How much money was spent at the Greensburg OTB?
Yeah, I was trying to get even, as my wife was probably beating the hell out of the charge card at the stores in the Greensburg. That mall's gone, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, right.
I told my buddy he has bought a house a few years ago, and he has a nice patio in the back, kind of like a sunroom style patio. I just saw him in New York. We were talking, and I said, I miss your patio. I said, I lost a lot of my bank account in your patio. Betting horses and drinking and betting horses and having a good old Saturday afternoon.
We would sit on my wife's grandparents' porch on Sunday night, having a rolling rock and waiting for Arnold Palmer's plane to fly overhead as he was returning to the Latrobe Airport from another PGA Tour stop. And then right around the corner is St. Vincent's College, where the Steelers have their preseason training camp. So I know Western Pennsylvania a little bit.
We are getting so close to football season, huh?
Yeah, I think the Browns play tonight or tomorrow, first preseason
game.
Yeah, right.
Is Shador playing? Is that who they're going to start?
That's what I heard. That's what I read. And there's also, Steve, I don't know if you know it, there's a real good Italian import store in Greensburg on Route 30. I think it's called Delallo's, something like that.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's great, man.
So you said you're not a roller coaster guy, so that means you've probably never been to Kennywood?
No, but I went to Cedar Point when I rode the Gemini, and there was a old wooden coaster there called, what the heck was that called? Man, you think you're getting thrown out of the thing.
Steel Vengeance?
No, it's a real
Jackrabbit?
No, could it be?
The Thunderbolt?
No, he's talking about Cedar Point.
Cedar Point.
Yeah, those two are at Kennywood, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to find out what that was. The old wooden coaster at Cedar Point. Man, it was
the Mean Streak. I thought.
I
think that's it.
That might be it.
Is that what they turned Mean Streak to Steel Vengeance, right?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I think it's Mean Streak. That's what Steel Vengeance is now. Which is still the best ride in the park.
I haven't been for a few years.
Do you know in Pittsburgh, if you say Kennywood's open, you know what that means?
No.
It means your fly's down. It's true story.
That's a pun on my name, and I don't know if I like it.
And what is just outside the gates of Cedar Point? This is an important question for you.
Beach? Oh, no, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the bowling alley down at Cedar Downs.
Cedar Downs. I was talking about the OTB.
Yes.
Since
well,
your employer owns it,
part
you
of
should
it.
know that.
The sports book part of it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, for anyone that's never been to that is a cool facility. You have I believe a 32-lane bowling alley. There are escape rooms for people that like those.
You can get a beer in a boot.
OTB, and you can get a beer in a boot. And then a mile and a half down the road is the entrance to Cedar Point.
That's right.
Yeah, cool place in Sandusky.
Thirsty Pony? Is that the name of it?
That is, and they have fantastic chicken wings.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
What did you think that old coaster's name was at Cedar Point?
We said Mean Streak.
You're close. Blue Streak.
Oh, they still have Blue Streak. That still exists.
Oldest operating wooden coaster. It opened in 1964.
It's not the most... You might as well ride these grandstands on a roller coaster. It's not very comfortable.
No, it's very uncomfortable. Right? It's like you're getting...
It's old style. There's no cushion. You're sitting on a track, on a wood track, and you just slam up. Yeah, that. I rode it for the first time last summer.
Here's your says.
I like the new rides.
This is conflicting reports. It said it was removed in 2016 and transformed into the hybrid coaster Steel Vengeance. So maybe it's not there anymore.
No. Blue Streak is definitely there. Here are the horses for the 9th.
This one's sponsored by a Pleasant Animal Hospital. Win, play, show, exacta trifecta. 3-year-old filly trotters. 1 Dublin's Martini and Braden Rhodes. 2 Promise at Dawn, Jason Thompson. 3 Brownie Points. Take off the trotting hobbles, Justin Irvin. 4 is Miss Snickers. Driver change, Logan Ebersol. 5 A Long Way, Tyler Angus in the sulky. That's the field for the 9th race. Logan Ebersol on 4, no trotting hobbles on 6. Win, play, show, exacta trifecta wagering.
There's our field for the 9th. Field of 5, Logan Ebersol on the 4, Miss Snickers. 1 is Dublin's Martini for the Clegg team. Braden Rhodes do the driving. A winner 2 back at Lisbon by 6 lengths. 5 for 24 in her career, including 4 this season. A win back at Bucyrus as well. She's only missed the board once in her last 6. That was a break at Northfield.
The 2 is Promise at Dawn, owned by Robert Beachy of Berlin, Ohio. Carrie Merriman trains. Jason Thompson having a big afternoon out here in Ashtabula. Drives. This one is 1 for 12 this year, and that win came in its last start at Lisbon on July 28th in 2:04. So maybe going to start a streak.
3 Brownie Points, Justin Irvine for Gary Martin. Cones with the Kleinberg Racing and Lee Unkefer, 3-year-old daughter of Enterprise. Has a little bit of trouble staying flat. The only time she stayed flat in her last 6 is at Cortland. She finished 2nd, so she's still learning over 10 as a 3-year-old.
The 4 is Miss Snickers, owned by the Cookie Ladies of Navarre, Ohio. Isaiah Schrake trains. Keith Cash is not going to drive, so stepping in is Logan Ebersol. This horse won twice last year, but is having a hard time getting going in 2025. 11 starts, no wins, a pair of seconds, and 3/3.
5 A Long Way, Tyler Angus driving for Miles Wallman and Robert Klein. 0 for 14, 6 third-place finishes in her career. Most recently, a pair of 4ths at Cortland. Had a month off and was 4th at Mansfield. She's dealt with the outside post.
So
Late double. How we getting out?
Yeah. Boy. When I would bet daily doubles, my dad would say, "You going to the track today?" I go, "You know I work at the track." He goes, "Get me a $20 6-6. Well, we can't bet a 6-6 here because we only have 5 here and 4 in the last. Who are they betting? They're betting the 1, 4 to 5. Dublin's Martini.
It looks like everyone says Blue Streak, by the way.
By the way, I read that wrong. Yes, what I said was the Blue Streak is still there. The Mean Streak
is what became Steel Vengeance.
Exactly.
But you were on Blue Streak.
Yes.
Which is in the front, on the front of the park. If you were looking at it from the actual front, not the where the gate is, but the actual front off the lake. But that's enough Cedar Point talk. We're here for horse racing. We have 2 to go, and they're in behind the gate. So here's Ayers Ratliff with the 9.
Pretty serious.
Her $6,554 moving around to the top of the stretch, and here they come. They're off and trotting, and it's Dublin's Martini using that rail to her advantage. Promise at Dawn is there in second as they move around the turn. A Long Way is on the outside third. In their 4th is Miss Snickers, and the trailer is Brownie Points. As they move around the turn to straighten up into the backstretch, Dublin's Martini and Braden Rhodes on the lead. On the outside, A Long Way as she's hung on the outside, going a long way as they go to the opening quarter. Promise at Dawn is there in third. In their 4th, Miss Snickers. And the trailer Brownie Points, the quarter 32-1. Into the turn they go, A Long Way. Dublin's Martini is coming right back on the outside, and Dublin's Martini, she does the give and go as they'll straighten away and move down here to the halfway mile mark of the race. Dublin's Martini once again crossing over with the lead. In there to be second is a long way. Promise at Dawn is there in third. Looking them over fourth, Miss Snickers and Brownie Points trails as they went on by the half. In 105 and 3 into the turn they go. Dublin's Martini. Promise at Dawn is on the outside now, starting to take it to the leader. Moving around the turn to the back stretch. Outside Promise at Dawn. Inside Dublin's Martini. Over there to be a third is Miss Snickers. Fourth at the rail is a long way. The trailer Brownie Points. To 3/4 they go, and Dublin's Martini on the inside. Promise at Dawn still there on the outside second as they move by 3/4 in their third. Miss Snickers 135 and 3. Around the final turn, Dublin's Martini. Promise at Dawn. Here comes Miss Snickers trying to take the both of them. Swinging to the top of the stretch. Dublin's Martini. Miss Snickers on the outside. Inside Promise at Dawn as they drive home for the wire. It is Dublin's Martini. Dublin's Martini gets the job done. Promise at Dawn fights back for second. Miss Snickers is third.
206 and 4.
206 and 4.
Old-fashioned harness lineup, 1-2.
Well, we had I was going to say if Miss Snickers would have rallied to win, that would have really cinched the heavy track buys, because she ain't won yet this year. But Dublin's Martini, wire to wire on the, well, there's no wood, there's no rail inside.
We don't even have pylons here today. Just don't go in the grass.
Right. You're right. And 1-2 closing odds on the winner.
It's a Betty Clegg training double.
Yeah, Betty's going to try to keep Rosie Weaver in third place in the overall Trainers Derby.
Trying to close in on Hank Levan, who's at 46. There's Nick right there.
Is he drinking a milkshake?
I think a lemonade.
All right. He's had enough. Are they in the last race? Yes, they are. And he's not driving that one either.
After winning the ninth race, the one Dublin's Martini, a 3-year-old bay filly by Uncle Peter at a perfect martini by credit winner owned by Kimber Clegg. Betty Clegg is now in for a training double. Braden Rhodes gets the job done, 206 and 4. Sponsored by Pleasant Animal Hospital.
So Betty, if my numbers are correct, is moved within 5 of Hank Levan for a leading trainer in Ohio 2025 County Fair racing. Many, many more to come.
Yeah, still not even halfway through the county fairs. We are more than halfway through this card because we've reached the finale, and we'll bring it to you after these messages.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
The future is bright in Ohio. Ohio Sire Stakes, Buckeye Stallion Series, 66 county and independent fairs. Whether it's the Ohio Sire Stakes, the Buckeye Stallion Series, or the county fairs, Ohio has a place for your racehorse. This year, Ohio breds are racing for nearly $23 million in stakes purses. Be part of the winning. Breed, buy, race, win in Ohio.
Welcome back to the Ashtabula County and Jefferson Fair.
It's close enough.
Yeah, I know. I've said it backwards like 6 times. I don't know why.
The Ashtabula County Fair in Jefferson.
Ashtabula County Fair in Jefferson. Well, the good thing is after 10 tries today, I get 12 more tomorrow. So I'll get it right by tomorrow.
Maybe. You're going to screw up our nomination for a radio broadcast internet Emmy here, you know.
I think it's been a good show. I mean, we've talked about a lot of stuff. We talked about Alexander Hamilton. We talked about the play Hamilton.
Milkshakes.
We talked about chocolate milkshakes.
Battle axe, roller
You know,
coasters.
Steve-O had a strawberry. I had a chocolate. That means you got to get a vanilla. So then we can have the Neapolitan.
You know, I could go either way, vanilla or chocolate. I don't know. What you think?
See, I'm normally a vanilla guy. I wanted to try chocolate.
And?
Chocolate was good. Could
Still
use
go
a
with
smidge
vanilla?
more chocolate.
So I should get vanilla.
I think vanilla. How was strawberry? Strawberry was good. Get all 3. You can blend it. Then you can have a Neapolitan.
No, I'm going to go for the vanilla.
Well, we've reached the finale. It's the open trot for $1,500. After Saratoga last week, I could use the $1,500. Harvey Hirschberger drives the 3, nothing but a dreamer.
3 mares and a gelding. Sends us home.
That's just, you know what? That's just not fair. He's just picking on the girls.
He can't. Well, let's see how the betting. Well, odds aren't up yet.
We're still waiting.
The last winner paid $3, and the exacta paid $3.
Rather just have the win bet.
That's right.
Then I don't have to sweat it. Here's something interesting. We have 2 horses on the track with the 1s. Oh, that must be the winner of the last race going into the infield.
There's Elliot Deaton on the 2.
Global Girl for Sue Stockwell.
That's right. Okay, here's another horse. Tell me this lady's not a story to wait. She bought this horse for $6,500 at the sales. You see what this horse has earned?
$344. Not $344. That's $344,000.
Come on.
And she's only 5, by the way. It's not like she's a 10-year-old.
You called Painesville, right?
I did not. I was in Mexico.
Oh. Well, we don't want to know what you were doing there. Anyways.
Yeah, Michael Carter was announcing at Painesville.
Anyways, she set the track record at Painesville.
Finishing 2nd?
Wait a minute.
2 years ago, I think she set the track record
2
at
years,
Painesville.
right. She set the track record 2 years ago. Right.
Which I was announcing that day when she did. And she won by a lot, too.
right.
Not only did she set the track record, but she won by about 15 lengths.
And this, what was it, Meet Your Request? Is that the horse?
Met Your Request, yeah. Chris Hirschberger.
Equaled it.
Really?
Yeah.
And they came in the same race.
So she shares the track record now, right.
Yeah, she's a very fast trotter.
She's 1-5 today.
And they are coming over a field of 4 open trotters. Here's theirs for the call. Or for the post break.
Or both.
Or both. We're done. We're going off the air.
Here are the horses on the racetrack for today's 10th race, today's 10th and final. It is the Open Trot, the Graduate Series. Sponsored by Jim Doherty Trucking. First $1,500, Harvey Hirschberger on 3. 1 is Midnight Nolan, Tyler Angus. 2, Global Girl, Elliot Deaton is up. 3, Nothing But a Dreamer, driver change, Harvey Hirschberger. In the 4, J.H. Hill, Jason Thompson in the sulky.
There's our field of 4 for the 10th.
That's the field for the 10th race. Harvey Hirschberger's on the 3. Win place, exacta trifecta. This is your last chance to wager on the harness racing program today. Make sure you return tomorrow. 12 more of them tomorrow. Post time, 11:30.
1 Midnight Nolan. Hopefully they come back and fix the number. It's already dangling off this guy, this girl. Tyler Angus driving for Dan Walski. Walski tables 4-year-old brown mare by Uncle Peter. She's 0 for 9 this season, but she's won 7 times in her career, and she's already made over 6 figures at $104,000.
And the two we've been talking about, one of the great success stories in Ohio harness racing, Global Girl, went through the. She's a 5-year-old mare. Went through the sales ring for $6,500, and 66 starts later, after 25 wins, 10 seconds and 4/3. The bank account says $344,000. Now, she was scratched sick at the Summit County Fair on July 26th, but previously she finished second at Paynesville. And the year before, she set the track record at the Lake County Fair.
3 Nothing But a Dreamer. Harvey Hirschberger driving for the Clegg team. 22 wins from 85 tries, over $217,000 in earnings. Just 1 for 21 this season, but still has made $24,000.
And the 4, J.H. Hill, Scotty Reed, the owner of West Farmington, Ohio. Scotty Reed trains. Jason Thompson having a nice afternoon here in Ashtabula. Will be driving. Just 2 starts this year. Nothing yet to show for it, so we'll see what happens today.
Field of 4 to wrap us up.
By the way, it says here that your 3-horse Nothing But a Dreamer raced at Mansfield on August 4th. I just happened to keep charts from every fair race. So let's see where that horse
Bob
finished.
Roberts is ultra prepared for this stuff.
August 4th, 12th race. So let's see what happened.
Now, if you had to go back and look at like 2022's results, could you find them?
I think I started doing this last year.
Oh, okay.
No.
So you'll start to compile a bunch of folders.
Right, which I'm going to give to you to take to Schuylerville, put it at the front step of the Schuyler family house in
That
New
I
York.
didn't know. I did get the stake race right, though.
That's right. Nothing But a Dreamer on August 4th finished 3rd, beaten 2 1/4 lengths, was 16-1. So the horse is off of a 3rd place finish. That line to be announced, and we just announced it. So there you are.
Did Nick drive or did Harvey drive?
Nick drove it, and the race went in 2:02 and 4. So there we go. We're going to go out.
And he is the only boy in the race. 3 mares, 1, 2, and 4.
That's right. And the betting, 2 to 5 on Global Girl.
Sue Stockwell looking to get a double at her own fair.
Right. So the winner in the fairs, it's 50% to the winner. So the winner is going to get a check for $750. Okay.
It's enough to buy a lot of milkshakes.
Yeah.
250 milkshakes to be exact. Do you like that math? That was good math for the 10th race.
I'm that close to a vanilla shake, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Field of 4 for the finale on day 1. Ayers has him behind the gate, and he'll have the call for the 10th.
Make sure you're here tomorrow. 12 of them tomorrow, 11:30 post time. The gate is rolling. Short time to wager. This is your last chance to wager here today. You got 12 more shots tomorrow. Make sure you're here. We don't want to start without you. This one's sponsored by Jim Doherty Trucking. A field of 4 for the Open Trot, the Graduate Series. Purse $1,500. It's today's getaway race, and here they come. And trotting, and it's Midnight Nolan using that rail to the advantage. Global Girl is up on the outside, and Global Girl wants to lead too, and Global Girl looks determined to take it as they move on into the backstretch. So Global Girl is leading the way. Midnight Nolan is there in second, and their third is J.H. Hill, and Nothing But a Dreamer is the trailer. So now Elliott Deaton will tap on the brakes with Global Girl as she fronts the field. She's got him a tight length and a quarter. Midnight Nolan is right there, nose to helmet in second, opening quarter. In 31, around the turn they go. It is Global Girl who is the leader. Midnight Nolan is their second. J.H. Hill is third. Nothing But a Dreamer is still in fourth as they're in single file. They straighten away and move down here to the halfway mile mark of the race where Global Girl is on top. She's hot to trot by a length and a quarter. Midnight Nolan is there in second by the same margin. In there next is J.H. Hill, the trailer Nothing But a Dreamer. They went by the half in 104 and 2. On into the turn they go, and it is Global Girl off stride Midnight Nolan. Midnight Nolan just made a break there as they will move into the back stretch. So Global Girl breathes a sigh of relief as she opens up by 3. In there to be second, J.H. Hill. Nothing But a Dreamer is third, and Midnight Nolan is fourth and last as they go to 3/4. Global Girl still out there by 3.5 lengths. In their second, J.H. Hill outside Nothing But a Dreamer. 3/4 and $1.35 as they move around the final turn. Global Girl trying to see it all the way through. She still has 3 to the good. The race is for place, but the winner's looking awfully clear. Now Nothing But a Dreamer has jumped it off stride. It's Global Girl who is the leader. Deaton just trying to keep her reminded of what to do. It is Global Girl to score. Finishing second, J.H. Hill. Nothing But a Dreamer is third. 205 and 3.
205 and 3.
205 and 3 on the winner, Global Girl. 26th lifetime win. This pushes her over $345,000 in career earnings, and you could have bought her at the Buckeye Classic for $6,500.
Isn't that something? Wowee. Well, you wonder if she ever thinks about breeding this mare.
Yeah, this is one I'd be interested in breeding in if I
mean,
was.
what's the breeding?
She made a lot of money.
By Global Republic out of a Malabar Man mare. Now, see, I don't know anything about them. Do you?
Yeah, I don't think the breeding on this horse is particularly strong. That's why she probably only cost $6,000 at this at the sale ring. But she's backed it up on the racetrack, so.
And I mean, I'm not very good at measuring the size of horses, but she looks big to me. Does she look big to you?
I'll see when she comes back. I wasn't fully paying attention to it. I'm not the greatest at looking at sizes of horses, unless they're small. I can always pick out the small ones.
Okay.
Obviously.
Well, you eyeball a lot of horses every night.
Too many horses every night.
Well.
Race, it is the 2, Global Girl. Global Girl, a 5-year-old bay mare by Global Republic. At a Bullville, at a girl by Malabar Man, owned by Sue Stockwell. Gary Martin is in for a training double here today. Elliott Deaton, the winning driver. Time of the mile, 205 and 3.
And there she is.
Sue Stockwell booked in the card. She won the first and the last.
That's right. Home field advantage.
Home turf for Sue.
Midnight Nolan was fourth. Global Girl, the winner. Nothing But a Dreamer was third. J.H. Hill second.
The dog's a little bit smaller than the horse. Just a smidge.
105 and 3, 135 and 3, 205 and 3.
And Elliott thought he'd walk back. He gave up to sulky.
He's going to get a chocolate milkshake. Well, that's 10 down here at Jefferson. I'm Kenny Livingood. You're Bob Roberts. We have 12 tomorrow. Attica going on right now. Urbana finishes up tonight. And we hope you enjoyed your time with us, and we'll see you back at the next one.
Afternoon.